Wanomai wangu Rita Makarau, why naye mama wangu, why Rita Makarau, why mchidarusu Rita Makarau, why ndikubvunza why kutirasa kudarusu Rita Makarau, why kuitira wamwe wako utsinye kudaro, why Rita, why from Mabhuku come on mama, come on man, why from Mabhuku iro wakomana kwakuvarairwa kwakunyengedzwa naMugabe naMnangagwa, kunyengedzwa kwakaitwa ikoko kwakusafisa mhuri yeZimbabwe. Why Rita Makarau, why tidaro wakomana, takautorepi mwoyo wehutsinye, why wakomana, why you are a lawyer Rita Makarau, ndati why wakadaro mwana mai wangu, a lawyer trained ne UZ, sworn in, ukata oath kuti I will uphold the constitution of Zimbabwe. Tikafara tikati zvanaka izvi. Why Rita Makarau, why mama, why wakomana wone hutsinye zvaunoita, wakomana wonai zvoita Zimbabwe, wonai kuputika just like Mukoma Masimba. Rita Makarau mama, mapinda BhukuReBenzi, makwana makutaurwa nebenzi mama, benzi rakuchema nemi, benzi reZimbabwe mama rakuchema nemi mama, that means something mama. It's time up mama, zvinogadzirika mama, ngatizvigadzirisei mama, let's do it again mama. Rita Makarau, why onai mama nezita renyu nebasa renyu Supreme Court Justice Judge makutaurwa nebenzi mama, very upset. Ndasandirari, ndarwadziwa, ndakaverenga judgment dzakaitwa naRita Makarau namudhara wangu mawiriwe, ndikati wakomana ndakarwadziwa. That was in 2005. Those are called signals kuti nyika yaenda, makota aenda akepchwa, anachamisa. Why muchidaro hamusi kuzviziva here? From 2005 Rita Makarau akatokushoya kuti the courts have been captured. Akomana hamuna kuita muono here akomana. This is a serious matter. This is a national interest. BhukuReBenzi, nasandirari ndinobeji, nasandirari ndirari nasi, nasandirari garai manyora pasi, tapa 4 minutes, andirari ndinofira pano nasi, ndikufira palive nasi, andirari nasi, azvite zvinogadzirika mama. Rita, muchiri wapenyu, you are still there mama, we can fix it up again. Apambodi pfuti, apambodi chii, pada kungozi wakomana, it was Mugabe's time. That's it. Then totanga again mama, Zimbabwe will pick up tisi number 1. Takazvita izvozvo mama, murudo nemukuwadzana. Ndauya inini Mukoma Masimba, benzi rauya. Zvinogadzirika vana mai vangu, apatombodi pfuti. Kutanga kuti 1 tinozviita vana mai vangu. NeZANU-PF iyo iri pachigare ipapo kunyatsotanga kuti 1. Right? Muone kunakidza kuita Zimbabwe, muone nyika yedu inonakidza sei, muone kufara kwatinoita mazimba. Zimbabwe yanaka, God deeper spirit yauya, Mukoma Masimba wauya, benzi rauya, Zimbabwe yanaka. Tamana mudaro wangu mawiri, ndamudaro wangu, musandichikire ndiri safe, musandichikire pabrain ndichiri bo, ndina mudaro wangu mawiri, ndiye mudaro wangu BhukuReBenzi, ndina mufana wangu Tindes Arts, ndiye mufana kundichengeta pautano. Izvi ndikubomutiza mazuva ano, ndiye mufana akaisa kuhotere iyi, ndikubomutiza mazuva ano. akaisa kotera uko ndokaenda kotera saka ndakauya kuzotora kuti hembe kwangu pana apa ndakuzira kuti kuenda kotera nasi ndoti tendai ndauya ndiye achanofundisa kudya manje asi ndombomutiza mfano webenzi ndozoita benzi izvo pandomuda muningi nongo ndiye aneni tendezasi ndiye akamirira mufana wangu Harmony wekuberekwa naye just like my brother Harmony wandakaberekwa naye. Harmony akanditiza paWhatsApp akabva ngondiblock akati mukoma muri benzi ndakati Harmony usadaro chama ndichotambawo zvangu Harmony ane hasha mfana Harmony ane hasha dzisingaita na Harmony hasha dzawo dzina nebasa rese ngautibvira apa ngaite state mfana Harmony ta state ngatiite state apa mfana Harmony ngabuita state apa indiri benzi mutira history benzi rera uya maratsvaka mufana tendezo yakuno ndibatsiro tendezo ndibatsiro but iye akatotada kundibatsira ati indiri benzi Rita Makarau BhukuReBenzi ubera chibhosega zvedu zvemakomenzi handichaverenga makomenzi haina handichaverenga makomenzi haiwawo hatichati makomenzi ndabenzi handichagoni kuverenga shona auda kuedwa handidi kuenda handidi da $30 yangu wanaota kutsva moyo vanobotsvaga Sabina mbuya panapa vanobofanira Sabina ashamwari yangu Sabina kandimutumire linki chinouya panapa Sabina mazona akanditsamwira mazona ndakatsamwirwa naSabina Rita Makarau mai wangu Rita Makarau wai burudogi nasi kuri wapungwe nasi palaivi asi kurara asi pungwe ndindiri papungwe nasi burudogi nakuri wapungwe akomana sunga dzisimbe nasi hapasi kurarwa nasi ndikuri wapungwe palaivi toda kubreka record takurwa kana 24 hours non stop nasi pachanakidza nasi Zimbabwe yanaka burudogi I'm a church of bulldog pana pa Glenview apa ndiri benzi asi munondida mese ndokutendai ndokudai mese hapana sikandida apa saboda kunyeperana ndiyana sikandida ndiani ngarapo ngoma mazimba ngati mutumira Sabina linki Sabina uya pano Sabina na Blasidza ndokapa link Blasidza ndezvawo ndokwa shout sikete pana ndotumira linki kuti uyai ngoma Sidza uyai ndokupe link uyai ngoma wangu ndenda kutumira Sabina shamwari yangu Sabina hanzvadzi yangu Sabina akandimaka mazona akanditsamwira iwe uya kuno Boeing 777 uya kuno iwe kati Sabina shamwari yangu kati ndo bhururu wangu mani munhu ndomuda mani icho izvo chakarara izvo chimbochifonera ngiri icho chakuchiwirira chatukwa ipapa chakarara chatukwa ipapa chimuke kana Sabina tigadzire nyika haachadi kumuka izvo haachadi kumuka chimuka yana Sabina tigadzire nyika haachadi ipapo ndichatukwa maiwe ndichatukwa koma ndichatukwa ndamufonera ndakarara maiwe basi bachibharanze hayi ndezvake ngaachimuke tigadzire nyika Sabina wacho aizvakarara atorara anditiza andirasa anyway ndakubereka makomenzi anzi ngatitange taisa mina pana tino bliss nesi mpana uri boeri mpana wami iyo mpana ndakakona komende yako ndina mudana mawiri mpana ndakaseka mpana ndakati mpana musatamba mudaro wangu asi kutamba naye mpano ndakatoseka mpana yoga uri boeri mpana wami Mike ari kuti chiko Mike Sosi Obedience Matiza how are you my brother Mike ndiribo my brother can you hear me guys asi network yangu yapera ndiribo vamatiza ndinonzwa kuchema ndichiverenga senemu yako unzi live Hello? Network yangu iri kuzwike. Andichatoda kubutesta. Wamatiza. network yadzokere. Yeah, yadzokere network. Anyway, nasitimba utanga kutisa zvekuda kudya zvekugeza chichi zvafanana tendezi. But still life video kukata 24 no more stopping now. Saka get ready guys, get ready. Mutosunga dzisimbi muchatobhorara mozodzoka ndakakubuka chete. Ndakabuka chete. But benzi rayo kuzosunungura nyika. Nyika yakutoda benzi. Yakutoda benzi. Saka 3 days siteti kuri pa 24 hours non stop. Handinayo. Mobeda muchinocheka vamwe mobeda kunocheka namaititi anazuva muchizodzoka panapa. Basi panapa pacharamba pachikokulia chete. Nomo iTV chatone TV yekuZimbabwe haidzingwe. Basi mushagona mena musho. Just let you network yachitiza network but tiri kumba kwa sister. But mama nyinda kutokwira chi? Kuira trend akwenda kotera. Basi mpana tendeza atomira. Atoba standby. Ndozviri kuitika panapa. Saka ndichazoda $10 mutipe tumire munhu angandipara titengere airtime $10 da kufamba nayo mutrain kuenda kucity because foni yangu ina airtime haina data. Saka tamirira $10 kuti sumuke panapa. Mutipo $10 ngotitengera online tikatumira message munoisa panamba idzi nongoti inonzi iyo is it Optus right toda data kwete credit data not credit, just data. $10 data. $10 data. Vari ku-UK uko uzoni mukomeni mukoma masimba tawa havasi kurara yavari palive because I have to go to hotel tonight. Fana tendezi atonimirira ndakatombomuteaser saka ndatotenga grocery ndakatomuratidza mapicha egrocery ato ready to take me over now to start eating. Saka zvese zviri pachi saka no more cutting this life. Ndakutongorova continuous tapa 20 minutes now. How do you get data out of Aussie? Unoenda online. Let me say you this. It means Optus. Unongo type out Optus. Then uvongoti $10 data kwete credit data inokwana kuti ndikokotera ndochokwira train data namba dza 43540127 plus 6143540127 ndo zvaunobvoita izvozvo just data inimi just hashtag data because muna zotenga credit papa tiri credit toidi credit okufonera tifonere munhu isu hatina munhu wekufonera isu chat kacha yepi yaramba kutumira yabva iti network Blasidza ngauye kuno Blasidza wala kuti zanza blocked ngauye kuno uye kuno kustream yard mula kunyepa Blasidza matoredze Blasidza stop lying hakuna kublocked uye kustream yard uko Basa Blasidza kubia Sabina. maybe position ndakagara maybe chinja mungara front ya davo sidza UK goalkeeper spot on chipakira data ranetsa data yes data ranetsa data ndokunetsa takawana data cheteka $10 live video takakuflow zvakanaka anyone who can put $10 for me $10 mpata frank anouya manje amunomuona manje anouya ndiri area yake ndi padeni pa sister unogara padeni 2 houses away from here panika uchaziya ka abandoned house katakabhowana kake ndokandakagara kakona kanaka aka kakona ehe ndopandakagara pa ndopandarara nhasi pana baba ipapa pakakona kangu ndopandarara ipapo ndikakumbezi kangu aka ehe ndopanda ndakazononoka kukwira train matrain anga apera zvakaitika izvozvo matrain akapera takazotandara tikatandara panapa totore timacheka panapa timacheka turapoto tatikwadza kuti timacheka twangu panapa camera settings. How do you do camera settings? Camera settings timacheka turapoto utu timacheka utu akamwero kamukoto kangu chikaka yeah right anyway thank you right that's good Frank from Uganda yeah chiriko chimbanda Frank chiri panapa ndinacho ndakamwana nezuro akasvika chitemiro sister yangu mbana nopenga ili network iri chachidona saka so be patient but anyway tine non stop broadcasting tiri pa non stop kuti network isadoni $10 kuti kutenga data rato otherwise ndekupocha because ndikutira content nemba iri apa iyo ndekupocha saka motosimba ndakangogarwa ndibve panapo kusvika matitengera data ndibve panapa zvangu then ada kuedwa manipulation ada kutaura because ndikona kuzoneta ndandeke ndikona kuneta manje kupinza mahara uzondibhadhira mari yangu $30 yangu ndikupinza mahara unongoclicka link iri apa iyo ndikupinza mahara ndekabaitumirawo mani itumira yeah so link yapo kana uchida link direct ngoni inbox era kuma masimba ndana kuti link mbere mbonozvona ndamboenda ku Facebook ndambonozvona ndiri pa TV ndambonozvona ndiri pa TV da ndakanaka komana ndakanaka komana skin yako Australia hapana skin yako Australia kai good living kotera ko hapana wana benzi reko Australia rakanaka apa sada geza maybe ndakazogeza musuno uyu but wana zvakota kuta kunaka so kozo ndakotera manje ndakugeza machina tendezi hapana mchadishaya hapana wana benzi reko Australia ndakanaka komana kuzibatwa wakura kungopenga kotoita uku anyway I'm fighting for Zimbabwe I'm fighting for you nokoma masimba pressure zero ndakangozvipawo basa racho hamuna kumbondituma no one akambondituma ndakangoti ndakumburirawo nome wangu so I'm fighting for nome wangu tozvadukuita chiri I'm being fair how can I fight for nome wangu chikuitira udzinya zviitika buku ndinzwere ndiye muchikomenda buku ndinzwere ndinobhojamuka futi kamuzati mukoma zibade mambara zobhodambuka sengana tete unozati sekuru kana sekuru wati kana unongoti anozati kwangu kuti kana sekuru wakutaura yo because ndinobhodambuka ndinobhojamuka but ini ndikude misi one day chakutsamwira chasara chino kwani kumwesa kutsamwira imisi akutaka kudzidzira kutsamwira vanhu manje unoda kujairira vanhu asi ndinopengwa anyway ndo hondo yacho ndikukurira nome yangu ndikutoita kwachiko but aina ndina utsinya ndina kana utsinya ndina kana godo neutsinya ndina kana zvangu kuzotofara vanhu vachibudirira. That's me. Ndiri muprofita, ndiri mudzimu weZimbabwe, unonzi God deeper iyoyo, haina utsinye. Kana Rita Makarau handitomborana utsinye nemi mama, ndoda kubatsirai. I want to help you mama Rita Makarau. Anouya pano, achauya pano, ya ndakuda kudhima ta. Rita Makarau kasauya pano ndokudyirai dhodhi mama, ndokudyirai dhodhi. Amundizivi mushe. Achauya pano. She's gonna come here. Yeah. Achauya pano. Avandizivi mushe. Ndokudyirai dhodhi. Nenda pakota apa ndakanita dhodhi pakoti paMelbourne Court apa. Tikati ndakaita dhodhi naridya. Unozwa waitire dhodhi noti kune umwe magistrate judge wekuZimbabwe. Ndozviita pakoti apa. Nhasi ndozviita nhasi. Ndatofunga sana. Ya. Ndakuitira dhodhi pakoti pachipa baba. Kusika imwe rikafaina kana basa inonzi chikafaina public indecency. Ndakuitira dhodhi pakoti. Ya. I'm gonna do it. Pakoti. Ya, ndatofunga so. Amundizive mushe. Ndine mambara ka. Ya, ndadhodhi pakoti. Ya, munhu zvapinda BhukuReBenzi takakubata nebasa rako toda kuitira dhodhi pabasa rako. Ndiani mwari unoda kunetsa unomai wangu? Ndiudzai unoda kunetsa. Mutini mwiwe, finance minister, anokuitira dhodhi paReserve Bank of Australia. Iri muMelbourne muno munhu. Pane ndoziya pano kuMelbourne uko danokuitira dhodhi ikoko. Ndoti imimi Reserve Bank yekuAustralia kuZimbabwe idhodhi zvaro iri ndoda kuita padhoo pachopinda vanhu kunyazoita padhoo. Dhodhi racho paReserve Bank ndoti mutini mwiwe dhodhi rako. Kunetsa unomai wangu ndani. Mutini mwiwe tamuindira musiti mune Reserve Bank irimo musiti umu. Todaita dhodhi papa. Toda dhodhi rako rirape mutulire. Umwe ari kunetsa unomai wangu. Rita Makarau dakuenda paSupreme Court pacha kunoita dhodhi papa. Ya, dakunetsera dhodhi Rita Makarau ipapo. Nhasi chatosita zvese nhasi tikuzita nhasi izvozvo. Samaita mukoma. Ekutanga mukoma network yangu iri kunetsa zvokuti ndati bokumira $10 kwamuri ndimbojusa data rangu. Ave network iri kunetsa mukoma. Ndichanza wifi. Mukoma ndapota kuti $10 mukoma.
Network kunetsa kwaina kudi $10 kuda kuti maybe kwira chimbotira kwira pamusoro pemba. Ndo paunonyatsobata mawaves. Pauri pasi hapana mawaves.
Wifi mukoma. Wifi yokupocha manje saka iri kure manje iri kuramba wifi yacho. Saka ndalobisa ndikawana data $10 foni yangu yasimba mukoma. Ndona kubvarura ibvarura isingeti.
Gara padhuze nerouter rewifi.
Apa foni yacho chiri kuchaja foni manje. Chiri kuchaja foni.
Iyo wakangwarira padurise huku.
Ndokubvarura mukoma.
Inini wakaskotorerwa show yako. Wakaranirwa show yako, wakada kunyepedzera kurara kuda kunyepedzera kurara. Wakanyepedzera kurara iwe. Unofuata hatina kukuona. Aurare ka 2 seconds. Wakuda kubhaiza kuda kurara. Wakatoseta up. Nyaya show yangu yandikutaura zvese uri kunzwisisa here.
Kuti
wakaita show wakadaidza vazi silatirare rinonzi kuda kwashezi mhata raida kutaura dhodhi rare rainditi imbwa rare uri ipapa ndakadonedzwa inini palive as a member ndakakubvunza kuti saka mimi ndikimbonodaidza vanhu watiza then ondidaidza utotanzida kutaura neni unoevha neni conversation ipo chitiza pafoni.
yatanga nhasi. The challenge TV yangu ndeyekuti haina data at the moment. Saka anyone angaita $10 redata release data. So ndo challenge yandinayo, new idea yandinayo ye non-stop broadcasting. That $10 data. Uzokwira training ka. Saka mavideo yetrain akakosha, mavideo emutraining momo. Kuti zviitike mada $10 manje. Let's do it together, guys. This is a community project. Hashtag C2C. Ndibe kupinda manje C2C manje. Ya, ndibe yakuya manje C2C. Network ndiri kunetsa chete. Network iri kunetsa. Ndikubonya chimonera changu, ndikugadzira chimonera. Saka chimonera kangu. Mungu nena nhonga tufoje kamuroad, ndotanga tumabats. Ndibona tukunganidza muno. See, like this. See. Kutanga matogadzira chimonera chiwangu. Ndo the cheapest way yecigarettes iwe. Unogati masigarette mabats. Tora tobaga umboisanganisa umonya chimonera chako. That is the cheapest way for me. So makusena mina unogati mabats pa road apa. Nuna bati $10 cha iyo yaoneta kupema iwe usingadi kushanda. Comment yako one day uchaseka wego. This opportunity yekuti ndini the first akaisa $10 pa BhukuReBenzi patakatanga non-stop broadcasting. But ona manje mukana inouya. Mukana yauya ananunu magaba vanoti okay. Ndakutaura kuti ndakuita non-stop broadcasting. This is going to break the records. This is going to go to Guinness World Book of Records. Then they're going to ask who paid the first $10. You are to lose a chance. Because this is non-stop now for me. This broadcasting non-stop until I die. Non-stop. BhukuReBenzi fighting for Zimbabwe. Pakaipo chanakitwa soko. Tichiri pakutanga 1 2 testing. Ndakambokutaurira kuti munhu wese kwamawere. Ndakambokutaurirai, ndakatinyorai pasi. Ndosipauka zvangu. Kudzidzira kurwala kunondivhara, ndikuvhara nekurwala asingeti. Pakuzoda kumonya pa ndipo ndivhiringidza manje, ndidai mukamera yangu. Pakuzoda kurwala kunondivhara. Right, ndikudzidzirawo zvangu. Dzidzira kuita chimonera like this and this, then this, right? Then down, 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 right. Then start slowly together, right. Then hip up, manje ndipo ndivhara hip up. Pakuzoita flip over. Right? Okay, yes. This is better now. Stay tighter. Kurwala kwakaipa. unogona kurola try it unoseka kuti kwakaipa kurola. I didn't say smoke, I said try to roll. I never said smoke. No to smoking. BhukuReBenzi tsona chokwadi, no to smoking. But just try to roll for fun. Une partner yako iwe karipote zvakaitwa neBenzi kungaita rolling competition, munofanira kuseka naye baba. I remember Glenville when I could only one as Trinos and the father try. Trinos mumzi akabweza mkomo wa Bito ka. Mkomo wa Bito. Mfano wa Mambo Tower best friend yangu. Trinos akanimbirie kuzi akamonya akarola. Akanimbirie kumonya, akanemuwoko kumonya mbanje. Akamonya mbanje ya Trinos inotora nguwa haiperi zvokumhanya. Ndio akarimbirie yake iyo. Ainzi ane muwoko wembanje. Ane muwoko wembanje. Father try. Imi ina bopota mbanje, andina bopota mbanje ndiri big never. Ndakangokisa chete. Iyo ndio yaipota na Trinos, ini never. Ndakangokisa chete. Kunonzi kublessa chamba bozi kwakasvika unoipinda mbanje unongonzi haungopfuriri unonzi chiblessewo ka idzi pambanje rudo. Glenville muri kupa pano uchiuya tipotaura manyaya dzeGlenville mani. Chamonywa mbanje naTrinos manje. Akani mfano wakaenzi Bito Trinos wacho, mfano wakaenzi Bito bhaka. Izvo ndiye mfano ane rasta. Mfana Bito mfano akunesa muGlenville 3 kuna 59. Anogadzira maredhiyo achivhara vanhu maredhiyo avo achinyepa unogadzira maredhiyo. Mfana Bito ndiye mfana Bito wacho akachiri mufana akati akangopiwa mbanje yaipamba neline. Bito vakati vangonzi Bito vanzi ipa mbanje rudo apa munyowari manje akangonzi ipa mbanje rudo. Mbanje rudo kuita sei koko vanzonza kuno mbanje mfana wa Bito vachati vanonge rasta ndokuti kupa mbanje rudo Bito kugirizira chamba chiri kunyanya kumhanya. Mbanje rudo. This is not mbanje, this is kamutsanga kangoko. Andichaputemba ndakaregedza ndakugara kuhotera. Andichaputemba njini. Ora wedwa tapagwa. Ndiripe kenyi mukunterere. Ananono mugaba. Bito mbanje rudo. Mbana Bito. Ndiye mbana Bito. Atinoona 5 I think mbana Bito. Mfano wangu mbana Bito, Rasta Bito. Yes. Ara gora wakuboja apa kachiboja rakawaka. Andakubhaisa apa. Butsindira utsi. Butsindira utsi rangu. Mukunenzwera pa comment section apa. Mukunenzwera. Ndinocheka ku Facebook wakutoni. Tapazwa ari kubhalwa kuti Ed ari kupitapazwa chika. Aenda kubakutiza disappear. Ngomazimba memwe ngomazimba. Ngale mele kokubata. Icho ndikuzviona pa TV, ndikuzviona ndi pa Facebook. Icho ndikuzviona pa Facebook. Ndapala icho ndanywera comment pa Facebook tacha. Yes, Miss Becky. Everybody Miss Becky. I don't know. Icho icho goba mazimba goba mazimba wani muzimbabwe nazvipira kufira palive Facebook ndichafira palive from today no more stop ndichafira pano palive every day namugoma mazimba 24 hours mugoma fighting for ana mayonga agomana mugoma mazimba breaking the records mugoma mazimba mazimba mzimu wezimbabwe go sabeta ari kutiza nunu networking mugova vazimbabwe mzimu wezimbabwe wamukira kuaustralia zimbabwe yanaka Rita Makarau why andichazvionesei ndakungoteerera saundi why Rita Makarau why zvinogadzirika mama Rita Makarau zvinogadzirika mama zvinogadzirika ngoma mazimba wauya mama zvinogadzirika mama zvinogadzirika muri Zimbabwe ngoma mazimba wauya zvinogadzirika kwauya zvakuda benzi izvi pakuda benzi apa ndogadzirisa benzi ini ndozviita inini ndogadzirisa nyika mai vangu ndoigadzira nyika yevana vamai vangu ndinozviita inini hai ndiri kukuitira izvozvo ndokugadzirirai benzi pakuda benzi ipapapa I was quiet ndakapa munhu wese chance ana mukoma Nelson ndakakupai chance munhu wese ndakamupa chance ndikati aiwa titeke ndiite benzi ndigadzire nyika yamai vangu ndigadzire nhaka yevana vamai vangu ndinozviita ndiri muzukuru wenyati inini ndiri mugete youth ndinozviita ndakasimba mageto youth ese anofamba neni ya ndinozviita inini ndakasimba ndakasimba inini ya ndakasimba inini ndinofamba nemageto youth anenge achiti blazi yedu blarido mugoma mazimba mageto youth ese ndaunati vana vavo nana mukoma wangu andikurasei inandikurasei manje anditombokurasei kana andikukanganwei mabhurudogi checho bhurudogi bati bhurudogi amuri goni tinawo mabhurudogi ese ana mukoma wangu ari kuzati mufana wedu ari kuzibatira basa ana mukoma wangu garai mudzimba dzenyu nana meguru wangu musavasiye vachengetedze ndaakuita basa racho ana mukoma izvo sprogwa ana mukoma ndaakuita basa racho iwawe hatinowina bhurudogi tinowina ana mukoma wangu akanwe tichasangana tese panajo philip wakomana toimba wokrai toimba bumla bababa takaona game repe versus checho that day I can't wait for that day tichaitika zvezizvo akomana takaona game repe nechuru yei hapana mabhurudogi hapana get red hapana wame akomana panofiwa that day andinodhera ndichafara iroro then ana mukoma bili katiyo batana ikatongera akomana dhero ndichafara akomana aipapa mana kati ana chimwera dzichirapa ana kizito gona mombe vari kupi vanhu vese vava akomana ndinabwana yangu regis duma mukhuhlani toke takarowa manumber 2 takarowa mashots musi wajoti takarowa manumber 2 naduma hanzi inonzi hallucinating ndakungoti nyorei pasi Gateway boys. Debiako. Uri boy azimukanya musadaro mukanya uya soko mukanya wauya. Zvakuda soko mukanya. Zvakuda soko apa. Yeah. Fighting for Zimbabweans. Yeah, ndiri kunakidzwa zvangu. Yeah, gondo ya 2020 haidi futi inoda kabhatani kuti ti kabhatani chete keFacebook. That's it. Hapatombodi futi, hapatombodi kurasa ropa apa. Kangori kabhatani kuti ti totaurirana ka vanhu vakateerera. Nyika yedu yanaka, zvinhu zviri simple. Nyika yanaka. Brother, my son is coming. Yeah, my brother, how are you, my brother?
Hello, Makoma Masemba.
Brother Mason, I'm sorry. My brother, please,
yes, sir.
please help me with the network at $10, my brother. Data at $10. And you can find a network. Please, Mason, break the records. Because you know why I do that. This show I'm going Masimba. I have like a stopper. Skandafa.
Okay, Saka Chichiruneta. Makama Masimba, Chichiruneta. What's going on? My brother, you're breaking up. Your network is breaking up.
Right.
Your connection is breaking up.
Saka data manje andina data mfundi kuda ka $10 kuti ndiende kupi ndiende kuhotera
okay konai Mukoma Masimba anditi kuhotera kwenyu. I remember last time ndakakuona kuhotera kwenyu mune the free Wi-Fi. Yeah, so why can't you go there? Mukoma Masimba maka freeze asi Burundi buys maka freeze. I can't even. So Burikupi goes, where are you, my brother? Where are you?
Mason, pandiri pana kangori kakona ka abandoned house. Wi-Fi ndeke pocha. Andina data phone. Saka ndakupimbira link $10 chete ndise data.
Yeah.
Then phone yangu yakushanda.
Okay. Grandi vepa broadcast para bandi. 2 minutes link. Let's see what we can do, yeah? Yeah?
Atina data.
No.
Wi-Fi yakupocha. Don't worry.
Right, okay. I have to get my details, isn't it, Mukoma Masimba? That's what I have to do.
Don't worry,
Chico, what's happening? Yes. Yes. Mukoma Masimba. We need an update. What's going on with you? Yeah, Dudze, what's happening?
Okay. Yeah. Mpana wangu Zimbabwe yanaka mpana wami.
Linda.
Okay. Right. Number 2. Now,
yes,
because I'm fighting in Inika, I chose to fight for Zimbabwe. Remember, I'm saying Zimbabwe because I'm writing a book. I'm looking for my mother.
Yes.
Right? So,
Ndakateerera, brother.
After I realized my mistakes.
Right. And what could be those?
Yeah, so what could be those?
Right. Okay, I'm listening. Okay. Oh, ndakunyarara. Taura yenyu Mukoma. Yes, taura.
Mira. Okay. Right. Now, Mason, what you do? Check our WhatsApp yako now. Ndashika pa link here manje. $10 here. Just check your WhatsApp. You can check your paper phone. Rabori pa tuenda WhatsApp yako. Are you disturbed?
Are you sure? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right. Let me have a quick look. Yes, I've seen it. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Do you want me to just click on it? Is that what I have to do? Yeah.
Yeah. Click on it.
Okay. Right. Okay. I've just done that. Then Irudichi and red service. Blah, 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 blah. Don't go row next here or what?
Row next on click, then it's a number zangu, I think. My phone number.
Okay. Okay, next. Okay. Please enter a valid number. Oh, your valid number. Okay. All right. Right.
Yep.
Right. But don't I need my bank details in Komasi? But that's what I was going to look for, isn't it?
No. Put my number first. Put my number first. Just step by step.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Go on then. What's your number?
04
04
35
35, yeah.
40
40, yeah.
1272.
1272, yeah. Is that it?
Yep.
Ndorowa next year.
You're next, yes.
Okay. All right. I just done that. Okay. Yeah, kundipa my options: $5, $10, $20, 30, 40, whatever. Yeah. So I suppose
pounds. You choose at $20, which is about £7.
No, sir. It's not in pounds. It's in dollars.
Choose 20.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Choose 20?
No, choose $10. Sorry, $10. $10, Mason. Choose $10 for data.
Is it
$10?
Is this Australian? Is this US dollars? Right? Is that right? Right?
No, Australian dollars. Remember, it's www.com.au website. It's Australian dollars.
Oh, right. AU is in Australia. Oh, okay. I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
So you're fine, my brother. Yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
How are you? There's no join, but there's this let me fix it up. I tried to roll one, just one.
Is that Sister Ra?
This one.
Is that Sister Ra? How are you doing, Sister Ra?
Fix it up. It fall in. This thing fall inside there. Sister Ra, someone saying hi to you. Sister Ra is not a morning person, just waking up. Sister Ra.
She's okay. Just say Sister Ra. How are you doing? It's Brother Mason.
She's just waking up. She's not a morning person.
That's okay. It's totally understandable. Saka, my brother. Okay, listen. So do I click on $10? Yeah, is that right?
$10, please.
Okay. All right. Right. Then what? I've got 4 options here. Depending on the $10 extra credit, $10 my data, aid, $10.
Just one.
What's going on?
I'm honest. Maybe she put it somewhere. Maybe somewhere. No, nothing here. So just $10, right? Then we are looking for data, Miss. Don't think of data. We want to buy just the data.
Murundu on a live, can you actually see me? Because I can't see myself.
Boss,
okay,
you are going to see me. You have to go back. Was it?
Right. Yeah. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Now you know.
No, I'm not.
I'm still going to the same pens.
Listen. If you ever heard the word, you're going to humble yourself, yeah? You listen, beggars don't choose, okay? Saka Mirai, I've never done this before. Saka Murutarachi, $10, my data aid, yeah? My data, yeah? Is that correct? Okay,
correct.
All right. Yeah, okay. Okay, I've just clicked on that, right? Okay, let's have a look. Right, Pakudu my card details and all that stuff. Okay, so that's what I need to get my details. Okay, just bear with me 2 seconds.
No worries, Balam.
All right.
Acha pala pa Mason wacha any card lake. But number e card rangu 4267. Acha zitaura pa mipe papa. Mana akutala manamba ake pa mipe. Chatu mtaura jusa iwe isaba na boga nyerara. Tunawasia pa nocho. Banongo. Tafu lokudwa. Mandu edit tafu. Tafu lokudwa iri. Lokudwa toti unoti lokudwa because makumi ndo pa ndiye kudara. Uda kuedwa iri tafara. Ngoti Tota ndobona kuba link. Okay, that's not me. That's fine. Sister. Yeah, it's yeah. What time did you guys? What time did you go to bed?
Oh, I went to bed like 12:30, 1
Ah,
o'clock.
1 o'clock. What about the other girls? What time they left?
Susanna left at 11 o'clock.
11.
And then me and that girl went to sleep at 12.
Yeah.
Right, I'm back. Mukoma
Yep.
Masimba, you still there?
Hey, don't tell us your card numbers. Don't tell us your card numbers, please. Just put the numbers.
Mukoma Masimba, I'm not that silly. Don't worry about that. Right, okay. And okay, all right. Can you, for this bit, can you just take me off screen or not?
Mason, what you can do, Aliga? Just up here, the camera. You go click about the camera, but don't see my camera.
Turn.
Can you see me? The camera mic guest up. Only join an
No, it's all right. It's all right. I'll try to be quick. Okay. No, you keep on talking. Okay, that's fine then.
Oh yeah, Frank left you. Take it. Wine.
Frankie, he left it? That one? The green box? Yeah.
We took some and then he left the silver bag.
Frankie. He wants to marry you. Frankie, yeah, Frankie is free. Yeah, I want to have a beautiful wedding in Uganda, sister.
I said I'll go all the way to Uganda.
You're not going to Uganda? I said, Frankie, I know, sister, I don't think if he's nice to you, he's thinking about what you're thinking. You know, yeah, I mean, I know you're thinking what you're thinking, but hey, take it easy, Papa. Yeah, I said, with the take it easy, Papa. We've been friends for nearly 3 years now, isn't it?
Yeah. My daughter, she's going to be 4 soon. So
yep, exactly. Yeah, nearly 3 years now. Yo. 3 years. This is 10 what? 10-4. This was born April 20 what? 20.
So April was already born, yeah?
This is 20 what? This confuses me with the other one. This was 2016. 2016. Yep, Anzac Day. Yeah, Anzac Day.
Oh.
Yes, 25 April. Yeah, Anzac Day.
2016.
Yep. Same with me, right?
Yeah.
Yep, they're all the same. Yep.
Except the one is different.
Yes, these are just she's April.
Yep. And me, she's November.
In November, yes. But now these are very short, very short.
Yeah.
very. The mind is like father, thinking just nice. You think you're together, but she's far away from you.
Yeah, she's your daughter. She's your
bit crook. Yeah. Then the other one before Ziza. Yo. That one, yeah. She looked like a little Sudanese. Ziza looks more Sudanese. Yeah, she looks Sudanese. Yeah, you're right.
She's so cute. And then you know how mom do her hair.
Yep, yeah, the mother's good with the hair. Yo.
I love that. I wish I was good like that.
Yeah, always styles after styles.
Maybe you hook me up with
even in Zambia, if you see photos, always styles after styles. Yeah. But since I had no hair when she was young, she had no hair at all. I just said, you come from Norway.
Yeah, me, I didn't have
because me, I don't have hair.
Yeah. She called me my little coconut. Yeah. Maybe when Ziza's mom come back, I'll try and be friends with her so she can do my daughter's hair as well.
She's very nice, very friendly, my Ziza. Yep. You get along easily. Yep. Then you can do your babysitting thing.
Yeah, and then I can do her hair.
Right. Mukoma Masimba. Okay, I think Rita, yeah. So I think it must be sorted, I think.
Let me check Miss Vlog. Can you write up? Let me check Nina.
Okay.
Anyway, your card is safe. This is Australian bottom. I'm gonna manage is gonna go.
No, that's fine. Don't worry. It's all right.
How do I check now? Optus, is it? You're trying to buy me time from UK. Data. The Wi-Fi is dropping. Let me just check now. He said he did it.
It's raining.
Mason, are you sure? Did you get a screenshot for the receipt? At the moment, Drippers zero.
Yeah, no, it might take a little bit. It might take a little bit of time because it showed me that everything has been successful. Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway, let's talk. For now, we're talking about which is good. We need to
Rambai Muchitaura Denichi. Okay. Do you know what? Let me just get this reference number. Yeah, let me write it down. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay, this one. Bendrenyu maimana. Ona mkoma masimba. Remember, sister, I told you I've got the spirit of Zimbabwe, and I'm fighting for Zimbabwe. Remember, I told you, yeah. Because sister, I can't stand when people are suffering. I can't do that myself. I can't stand it. No, I can't do that, sister. To see someone suffering on something which I can fix. Sister,
What do you feel about taking a shower? I know you took a shower.
Yeah, if I don't take a shower, I'll be protesting. I'm thinking, was in Zimbabwe, there are lots of people who can't even think of a shower. To me, it's luxury. A shower is luxury now. It's luxury. I'm very bitter. I'm upset.
But you're a city boy.
I'm a city boy. Yep. In the city in Zimbabwe, there's no water.
You don't know anything about homeless.
I know about homeless. I was homeless, sister, for about 2 or 3 months. You helped me a lot. You remember?
That's the only one. But you don't know anything about Zimbabwe.
No, in Zimbabwe, I was never homeless.
You were too young.
I was never homeless. I come from
That's what I'm saying.
Poor upper class.
Yeah,
I come from the poor upper class. Yep.
Yeah.
We were from the poor, but at least I can go to school.
Mukoma Masifa, there's no such a thing as poor upper class. What do you mean, a poor upper class?
When I say poor upper class, like in Glenview, we are poor, right?
Yeah.
Then we were those people at the top there. That's poor upper class. Yeah.
No, it's either you're poor or you're rich. You know, there's only 2 options.
In poor people, tinopanana tumarengi twedu so nokuti papa pani pane ka tuck shop. Ka tuck shop.
Yeah.
Usaone ka tuck shop pane chingwa. So ndege rumbiri edu pati pedio.
Okay. Yeah. Saka Mukoma Masimba, okay, normally this thing, how long does it normally take to go through?
Which
Can
one?
you check again? Payment data. How long does it normally take?
Trust me, that's UK, that's Australia. It's not Vega. You just come manage. So it automatically. I open up my voice right now 0435401272. You know my number anyway.
Yeah, or 0435401272. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the number I've got, sir. Yeah.
That's it. No worries.
Forgot the 6th one. They're very important.
Okay.
No, but you think it online. Yep, online. Yep.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's not. Anyone that took a reference number, so it should be okay. Right. Okay. Saka. Okay. How can I just come off here then? This platform. What I'm looking at. I can come off it now. Yeah.
Yep. Of course, you're done. So very far.
All right. Okay. No worries.
He's asking you obvious question.
My brother, take it easy. I can go deeper on you. You know, just take it easy. Okay.
Tell him it's too shallow for Simba. Let's see. Yep. He wants to debate with me. He says that I warn him that don't play with Simba.
How come there's echoes here?
Tell him that he's too young for Simba, sister. Maybe Frank, yes. He may be Frank is slave. Bana, don't play with me, Bana. You see, this sister of mine is a woman I've never slept with her. But she's my best friend.
Listen, I can hear echoes.
I'm honest with my principles. Sister, I don't do that, sister. I'm principled,
right.
Sister. I'm honest.
Who are you talking to now? Are you talking to Ra or are you talking to me? I can hear echoes, you know.
Okay, echoes. Let me put my earphone.
Right. Okay. How come I can't see you? How come I can't see you? What's going on?
Listen, I don't know. I can see myself here. Maybe network, but don't worry.
Anyway, okay, you don't need. No, it's all right. But I like to see who I'm talking to. You see?
Okay. You're going to can you see yourself?
No, I can't. No, I can't see nothing. Saka, is it possible in the Buddha? Is it possible in the Buddha in the Zoga? Yeah, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. StreamYard, run per internet. Kana uri pa iPhone. Is it unoshanda browser app yo?
No, it's just I'm easy. Listen. This is what I'll do. Regrindita say in Bude, then I'm gonna come and click on it and I'll probably do it again. Maybe that's what I need to do.
Bulldogs okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'll do that. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, so I'm going back to hotel, and I got the groceries. Jane, she brought the groceries. So, sister, I'm fully covered. I'm fine all day. I isolate myself maybe for a week because I will need to do I'm gonna do 1 week live video non-stop. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, non-stop. It's gonna be non-stop. Yes, I wanna break the records because I'm fighting for Zimbabwe. So I'm gonna do that. Yes. Then I'm just gonna call Frankie soon. Frankie. No, I'll meet him at the train station. I want to go with him to city. Yeah, I want to show him where I live. Yes, I'm Mira Mason. Sabuza mafuta ndipi yako. Mzazi yangu long time will say welcome to BhukuReBenzi. Yeah. I feel sleepy. Ndiripo tidesaro ndiripo mari kutumire link muye panapa toni. Otherwise zvekutaura ndenge ndakuneta mukuzona ndaneta ka. Ye link unongoclicka link iyoyo but inogona kuvhara if link yakaipa dzidzirai kona kudzidzira. Unosona avharwa naimiso. Yakaipa inenge TV. Welcome to TV yeBenzi. Ish. Todika. Unachopinda pepapo zoti wakachangamuka wa 2020 now. Dzidzirai isho. Yes, isho. Okay. Yeah, link yapo manje. Ndiana uyo brother Mason udzoka manje. Aw. Brother Mason.
Yes, Mukoma Masimba. Hopefully, Jaita, or is it taking a bit longer?
Let me check my brother. But so far I'm still on Wi-Fi. Let me just check before you start.
Okay.
My message videos. Mpana miso Tony mpana wami.
The other thing is because maybe Muripa poor network as well. Maybe it's not to say it might take a little bit longer.
Exactly. Yeah, I thought as much. Yep, could be.
You know.
Anyway, don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Please, it's not a problem. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So let's say if there's any problem, Imimi, can you contact Imimi Australians, those people, or do I have to? Because I can give you the reference number. Can I cheat them just in case?
I'm going to make a WhatsApp, don't worry. Okay, don't worry,
Yes, yes. Okay, yes. I'll do that. Okay, so let's start the show, Mr. Masimba. Saka imimi. Okay, listen. I've got a few questions that Rabu Vunzai. Right? First of all, how are you? How are you?
I have hope. I'm fine. I have hope.
You have hope.
I have hope.
Okay, that's good. How do you like your new place? Because I know that you've moved here,
Yes.
hotel. How do you like it?
The place is nice. The place is better because I'm coming from the streets. I just want Wi-Fi. I didn't want to go there, but I had to go for the sake
Okay.
of my health.
Okay.
And I attended this
Right.
wakati mkoma. Mtani wenye utanifaa koma. Parodi paite yangu. Because parodi paji to me, that's Zimbabwe. The pain and I feel parodi. No Zimbabwe chayo. Right? Even when I hotel kwacho, still I'm 37 years old. At 37, one is Zimbabwe zao. Kangori karundu mapekpeka again. I'm not. That's not my standard. Right? That's not my standard.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. But I'll compromise. I'll go there. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay. But it's definitely is better off than being on the streets, isn't it? It's better to be accommodated than go garamu street, isn't it?
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Right. Is it self catering? Munobika mega irekala munobikirwa chikafu. Manzo question yangu.
Yep. It's self catering.
Okay. Right. Your network is your network. Yeah. Okay. Go on. Yeah. Right. Okay. Saga, which means can I self catering, which means monobika mega. Yeah. Monobika mega is yeah. Is that correct? Right. Okay. Saka mukoma masimba moza. I know to my garana Jane and mugaga. Yeah, in so I think because the network is so bad. Let me finish the question. That pays the nonyara motaura. Maybe that's the best way, right? Okay. Your network is really bad. But listen, this is what I'm gonna do. Ndichafunza my question. I'll finish my question. Don't yara. Then I'll give you a little bit of time to move into it. So the next question I wanna say, Ndekuti. I know kuti my garana Jane, Namrora, and mukamugarana Frank, mukamugarana this lady, Weku Uganda, this old lady, very kind, beautiful lady. Don't mind about her, I think. Saka I think in Dova could be kira and everything. Saka my question they put imimuno guna kubika mimi. And are you cooking healthy food at home? This is my question. And I'll keep quiet.
My home is starting tonight. Ndikuenda kunasi wakubika panapa. It's gonna be live here.
Okay. All right. Saka murugu vapanapa. Okay. Saka, but my question is, can you actually cook? Can you cook? Can you cook food? Can you cook food? This is my question. Munogona bika remin. Oh man, this line is really, really bad. Oh, Mukoma Masimbava disappear. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Is he coming back? And I can't tell and the my comments if I'm still here or not. But my question is, if you guys are still there, kana muri kundinzwa ndekuti Mukoma Masimba since vakuno garavega and before Vagarana Jane and Vagarana Frank and na is this the lady? I know the Buba or something like that, the old lady. Saka vaibikirwa inimeyaye. Saka navasvika kwarugara uko, can he actually, I know it's self-catering. Self-catering means chi vanonga chizvibikira. Kwasiyana nechi nekuhotera kwavaipiwa ma wheat base. Pavaipiwa chikafu, every 2 minutes. Saka navakugara vega, is he okay to make food for himself? This is my question I was going to ask him. Okay, vadzoka. Okay, good. Okay. Hopefully my zvizo zvandataura Mukoma Masimba. Right, you're still frozen. You're still frozen, my brother. Your network is terrible. Maybe the best thing, Mukoma Masimba, get on a bus or get on a bus. Get on a bus or get on whatever. Moenda kutaun. Yeah.
Hello, Mason.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
I think jatera kura kushanda manje.
Yapinda mari.
I think so. Because ndapa data man, ndapisa Wi-Fi.
Ah, beautiful. Hallelujah. That's good. Excellent.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mpano. Wana zvakunakidza manje.
No, you don't have to thank me. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
Right, now. Let's talk now.
Right. Okay. Beautiful.
Welcome to BhukuReBenzi. Since we are debating.
No. We are not debating. We are not debating. That's fine. You know what I mean? I'm always there for the challenge. That's all absolutely fine. No, Mukoma Masimba, I don't, because it means I'm going to zero. I didn't
get a question and answer.
Let me go along with the line of questions that I took. My last question, Yangeri Kuti, since imimi my garane ex-wife here Jane and Muganana Frank, Muganana Buba, this lady, Buya Buba, Gogo Buba, and Maku Garamega, and before my Garamotera Pamapi Wachikaf every 1 minute, every 2 minutes. Sakakana Maku Garamega Mukoma Masimba, are you capable of cooking food and healthy food yourself?
Yes.
You are?
Yep. Yes. I'm not a good cook, but I'm capable. How?
Yeah, I know Tenders, that's fine. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Saka, Tenders lives in the UK, my brother. How can Tenders help you to cook?
I'm going to live for rice no gonna be rice.
Yeah. Makatora steamer in rice cooker Makatengera Frank. Magasi rice cooker mdara. Okay. Frank akapesera uzotengesa ka rice cooker kana zvanetsa anotenga whisking man. One day achako flock.
Magetsa kaita 2.8.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
You get magetsa kaita 2.8 billion magetsa. 2.8. Upon average, rate about maybe about $300, $400. 2.8.
Saka boys rangara kusparkwa rice cooker here manje vangangobika vangangobika breakfast ine rice cooker maskati rice cooker manheru rice cooker yeah.
Mahita nema TV game amene chikotabwa ikoko.
Oh my goodness. Saka Frank achazoya kuzoona kudheni kwenyu when ku hotel, or is he not allowed?
No, I don't know. I wakurabizwa munhu shama trip mukuru asinodiki. Dakuenda naye nhasi.
Yeah.
Sachamutsvaka dakuenda naye nhasi.
Aiwa chimbomira mukoma.
Aiwa abvunze kurara.
No chimbomira you need to be more. Yeah.
Abvunze kurara ikoko. Anogumira downstairs akwira upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, arare ikoko. Akurare vanhu. Unorara inini kuti iye.
All right. Yeah, ndakambodzwa live yenyu there was this guy angari pa reception akati no chap ari bvumidzwa upstairs here and see chapu chichi saka obviously that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Excellent. So my next question Mukoma Masimba ndekuti what's the plan? Where do we go from here?
I'm going to hotel.
Yeah, I mean, from the hotel, what do we do? What's the bigger plan? What's the bigger picture? What do we do?
If I knew Mningina, I was going to tell you, but I don't know Mningina. Right now, I'm just looking for Rita Makarau. That's what I'm looking for right now.
Okay. Right. Enlighten me. Who is this Rita Makarau? Who is that?
Let me just help you there. Help me. I want to gadget report. Okay.
Mati?
Google. I want to use Google. According to Google, who's Rita Makarau? Let me just check for you now. Who's Rita Makarau?
Okay.
Right. These are big people, man. Okay. According to Pendula, okay, Rita Makarau. Yeah, she was born on the December 7, 1960. So she's 59 years old. Being the first woman judge president of Zimbabwe. Right? Rita Makarau is a Zimbabwean judge and the former chairperson of Zimbabwe Election Commission. Makarau is justice of the Supreme Court of Zimbabwe. Yeah, let me repeat. Makarau is the justice of the Supreme Court of Zimbabwe and the former secretary of the Judicial Service Commission. She is the first female president judge of Zimbabwe.
Right, okay. Paribo, okay.
Right. That's Rita Makarau for you there.
Right, okay.
Yeah, those are big people, but
Right. Saka Imimi Mukoma Masimba, what's your issue and what's your right to be mentioning Rita, who is the Zimbabwean Justice of Supreme Court in Zimbabwe and the first female judge in Zimbabwe? What gives you the right to be mentioning her?
Right. BhukuReBenzi, Rina author. In. That's why I always say I'm the boss, I'm in charge. Then BhukuReBenzi, ndaka identify mentor wangu. Ndina mentor. Tumwa Mawere. Dem dawa. Ari play a role mentor wangu.
Okay.
Right? Dem dawa wangu. Then BhukuReBenzi, really go deeper spirit, challenge a big time. Challenge. The fact finding. I ask questions. I ask to know. I don't ask to damage or to destroy. I'm very curious. That is me now. That's my spirit. So mdara mawere imagine tara nae any judgment ya kan deeper man. Ya Rita Makarau ya 2005.
Right.
Bana wami. Ndakarwadziwa. Ndakafunga shamwari yangu. my role model Julius Malema akati mama give me a signal mpana ndakagodi pa ndakacapture Malema capture mpana wami. The word signal, that's what I'm using BhukuReBenzi. What are my signals? Mune dodi muno BhukuReBenzi dodi ririmo. That was a signal. Right? Then Rita Makarau wantu kutsvaga uyo akaita zvekutamba nini ndinoda kumuitira dhodhi racho ndipa Supreme Court pacho yekuAustralia kwacho kudo. Okay?
Right.
Nokuti anenge anatira kuti idhodhi zveshuona iyo wacho. Ndiri kumutsvaga kuti mai ndauya ndiri mudzimwe Zimbabwe nda kukubatsirai.
Right.
Mutiri mupenyu mai. That mistake can be corrected. It can be corrected. I want to help you.
Right.
Corrected that mistake.
Yeah.
The judiciary. Yaka capture judiciary. Right? Yaka capture right now. Okay? That judgment 2005 yamba were. Yeah. Right. Yep. Thank you, sister. Yes. I might make a move soon. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I want to clean all this stuff.
No worries. Okay.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Can I just am I allowed to have a dialogue, not a monologue? So my questions while you're going. Is that okay?
I hope you're understanding me. Am I answering your questions?
Yes, you're answering my questions so far. That's good. But I've got a one question. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Saka imimi mataura Rita because of a jurisdiction judgment that happened in 2005 and that involved Mr. Mutungo Mawere. Saka, are you able to expand on the case? What happened and what was the judgment and why are you involved and what's the things that needs to be done? What's the wrongs that needs to be righted? Can you do that?
Yes, I can do that in stages.
Yeah, we've got time, sir. We've got time. Yeah.
Just a second. Remember, no rush. Brother Mason, number one, ndakutumira judgment yacho ku WhatsApp yenyu. Okay.
Zvakuzobuda manje this is gonna. Yeah.
Yes. Hold on. Hold on.
Are you still there, boss? Muchiri pwere.
Hold on.
Okay.
WhatsApp and hold on.
Okay. I'll be back in 2 seconds, boss.
WhatsApp and okay? Mpalami better hold what bochila mijara, bochila ku mpalami. WhatsApp yakakosha hiyo.
Oh, what happened? Where's Mukoma Masimba? What disappear food? Right, guys, I can't tell if I'm still on live, or if you can hear me, or if you can see me, because I'm not very familiar with these things. Sakachi. And kuti mukoma, but it says live, it's saying live here, Saka, which means I must be live. Ndadakubvunza kuti Mukoma Masimba, since he mentioned this lady, Ananza Rita, and obviously she was a judge, and she's the first female. She got so many colorful history and so many colorful accolades. Saka, why is it Mukoma Masimba vanongoya votanga kutaura nyaya this lady Vanonza Rita from a 2005 jurisdiction court case that involved Mutumwa Mawere? Saka, what happened, and what was the judgment, and what was the jurisdiction, and why would there be any grievances, and what does that have to do with the Mukoma Masimba? Why would you want to open a can of worms? And if obviously a judge said something about a case, and this happened in 2005, we are in 2020, that's 15 years ago. So obviously, everybody who knows of anything about cases, unita knows the appeal. You can appeal a case. So if Mr. Mawere did not appeal the case, why does Mr. Mukoma Masimba has to bring it forward? This is what I was going to ask. Saka, hopefully, what should I do, guys? What should I do? I can bring up a chart. What it says chart here, so at least maybe I can see. I can probably understand what's going on. Should I go on comments? Brother Mason, please ask Kuti, is it Dodo the only signal? All right. Listen. Oh yeah. Thank you, Rema Roberts. I'm curious, what was the jurisdiction exactly? That we just want to get to the gist of the story. And why would Mukoma Masimba out of nowhere? I've never heard of a lady called Rita, and I'm sure lots of you guys have never heard of her. And from what I can see, she was the first judge, a female judge in Zimbabwe, and she was a justice of Supreme Court in Zimbabwe. So obviously her legal history is very colorful. She's somebody who got so much accolades, and the Kanavakaita judgment against Mr. Mawere. And we don't know the details. We don't know exactly what was the case, and we don't even know what was the judgment. And we don't know if the case, if it needed any appeal, or whether Mr. Mawere appealed the case. And Saka, we want to get to know. Do you know what I'm saying? We want to get to know the story of what happened. Not because she do investigation or anything, but she, since Mukoma Masimba just bring up somebody's name. And he's saying that Sakatagadago say Tibate Kudishi, Jaka Vakupi. Are you with me? Where is he going with it? And does Mr. Mawere even has any idea? Has he got a clue? Does he even know Mukoma Masimba is talking about the case that happened 15 years ago? And is Mr. Mawere okay with it? Did he authenticate it? Did he okay it? Did he give a seal of approval? That kind of thing. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Yes. Are you there, sir?
My apologies. WhatsApp. All right.
Right.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah.
And good news. I was just talking to my brother, Prophet J. Israel. He is watching us right now from South Africa. Yes, Prophet J. Israel. Welcome to BhukuReBenzi.
Okay, how you doing?
Masimba. This is Mukoma Masimba here.
How you doing, Prophet?
Born in Zimbabwe. And that's Mason, my brother from UK there. Okay, Mason, go ahead. Right, let's go ahead.
Okay, first of all, how you doing, Prophet? How you doing? God bless you, sir. Ndangandi Chitaurani with some of your viewers and listeners while you are off screen. Saka, I might have to repeat some of the questions. There's a kuti. Mataura, this lady, Ndakangona Sene Miyake Mati Anonze Rita, and obviously she made a judgment case in 2005, which is about 15 years ago, and that involves Mr. Mutumwa Mawere, and there was a judgment that was done. and I don't know if the judgment needed any appeal. And from what you told us, this lady, she's got a very colorful legal history. She was a Zimbabwean judge, justice of Supreme Court in Zimbabwe, and she was the first lady to be a judge. So she's got very legal, colorful history. Saka, why would you want mentioning her name, and what would you be your problem with the 2005 case that happened that involved Mr. Mawere?
Thank you very much, Mason, for your question. Number one, BhukuReBenzi. I'm inspired by my mentor, Mr. Mawere. Okay? Right? Nishungu zangu, what I learned from him is a lot. But I chose to share what I learned from him. That's why I'm now writing a book, BhukuReBenzi. Sharing with you. There was a time I used to think like a Zimbabwean. Then Mawere taught me to think like a human being. You see? So that lesson, how can I put it to you? Number one, ndakati mukadzi chipeka bhegi rangu ndiende kunogara paroad kusiya mukadzi chibalance chibenzi ndo chizimbabwean chacho icho checho ndo chizimbabwean chacho. So now I'm showing you what is a Zimbabwean. Ndagara muroad na homeless now in Australia by choice. Mabasa akazara. Okay? Nungo kuda kunetsa muroad ndo chizimbabwean. But I told you nchapa Buddha. Now ndakotera. Okay? Rita Makarau, why? Rita Makarau andibatsira kunzwisa the word signal. If you want to understand a problem, please, if you don't know what is a problem, you're doing nothing. Rita Makarau, ndina mdara wangu Mawere tuita mentorship na mdara. Valipa judgment. Yezimre. Right? That judgment akutumidzira. Don't uzowerenga wega iwo. Mdara chokutanga akaswa under inonzi iyo was specified. Okay? Kune inonzi Reconstruction Act yakagadzirwa 2004-5 nana china masa. Then ikabva law, it became a law. Mutemo nanhaso tiri kuZimbabwe we Reconstruction Act whereby state inoti iwewe company yako iwewe ausikuirana zvakanaka takuda kuirana ndisi isusu. That's the state ine power kudaro. Right? So Rita Makarau now, why? Iye Rita Makarau now ndiye mpana wana profa ikatawerenge then the judgment yakapa pana Mawere, judgment yakaita pana Mawere, but Mawere was just a witness. Zvakaita ipapo chekutanga haana kutobhodakala kuteerera nyaya yake because Mawere hanzi you are specified, it means you are disabled, how exist, how sichuni wewe uyati dakutaurawo Rita Makarau mpana munhu ane high profile. Everyone ari kupinda mukoti is innocent until what? Proven guilty. Uya haasina kubvunzwa nyaya yake aiwodzokerewo kadara zvinobvunzwa nyaya yake. That was Rita Makarau in short. Ndutara pa Zimbabwe. So Rita Makarau was captured by the Mugabe government. So judiciary was captured. But good news, Rita Makarau is still there. She's still alive. She's still a justice judge. So I want to talk to you, Mama. That can be corrected in your legacy again. You were captured, Mama. But let's start again. Otherwise, we are going nowhere. Tukokwadzana, tinourayana. Judiciary yakakepchwa. Takabata judiciary first. Zimbabwe yanaka. Now I want Rita Makarau. I want to talk to her. Not to embarrass her. Not time to embarrass each other. Yes. You'll be back at Problem Panong. nokwadzana wala mai wangu atingwa tinoenda nezvatikuita. It's time for the truth. It's time to go deeper wana mai wangu. Time up. It's time up. Pauya Benzi mkoma Basimba. Benzi. It's time up. Atina kwa tinienda Rita Makarau gave us a signal in 2005. Taka ignore signal hiyo. Nikukushoti wanaume wangu neniwo nda Cape chukwa pana hapa. Iya anga to Cape chukwa na Mugabe. Rita Makarau. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? But anga to Cape chukwa. The Mugabe regime. Wakomana 2005. But the good news mpenyu. Zvinogadzirika. Tese tichange kuti one again. Takadaro komana tawina Zimbabwe oye. Zvinogadzirika wana mai wangu. Bana miso nadzoka.
Hello, Mkoma Masimba.
Yes.
Ameno zvaitika, ameno kuti network yangu here kana kuti ndenyu. I don't know what happened there.
It's okay, welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back, sir. Saka, can I just do a recap? Patagata Sirira show before we got cut off. Can I do a quick recap?
Yep.
Right. Your first point that you said, sir, you were talking. You mentioned this lady, the Rita Makarama. And the Mukatiti, the next point, what is the signal? Then you mentioned the word, the Zimre. I don't know the acronym, but I'm sure it's Zim, Z-I-M-R-E. Then Mukataura, the reconstruction, and that was made into a Reconstruction Act, and that was made into law. So I'm pretty sure it should be in the Constitution of Zimbabwe.
Mason.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you see me? Is it my line? Is it my end? And a link. Can you please click on the link just to test is it me or is it Mukoma Masimba? Let's just have a look. Is it my end? Saka somebody and access to the link. I think mukainda pa page ya Mr. Mutuma Mawere. That's where the link is. So click on the link and you can come on the broadcast, say, Tombo Testa Kudichi, is it my ends or is it Mukoma Masimba's ends? Otherwise, go ahead, Mukoma Masimba, while we're waiting.
No, don't go.
Right. Okay. Oh, you can hear me properly. All right. It's only because it's going to my facial movements, but that's fine as long as you can hear me. Sakatachi go taura nezvokuti takapesera pa the Zimre, my mission the Zimre, and I just put 2 and 2 together. I think the Zimbabwe Reconstruction Act, and that was incorporated into law. Sakachi, I'm sure tikatarisa the Constitution. Yes, Zimbabwe, we're going to find this Reconstruction Act and yakawia because of the jurisdiction and the judgment Rita Makarau with Mr. Mutumwa Mawere, and Sakati, can you carry on? This is where we finish. We end up at.
So that was a signal Pure in 2005.
Right.
Rita Makarau, the way I can handle the case, I can't show what judiciary does it. Ya capture. Akusina justice, judiciary. Do the Bank of Justice, do Justice Bank. Wanama court, Zimba, court wa komana takanota tawara ya court. Apasa jubita. Kuti nyika isimbe court. Jukutanga court. Rita Makarau was captured. But the good news, I can't pay you. So please, Mama Rita Makarau, the Zimbabwe Zimbabwe. Dawia Mama. Nutanga patsa zakari. Uongo. Pakashaishwa. Uongo. You also failed. Neni wa zakari, I failed too, Mama. To remind you, as a citizen. So Mama, apana sina kutadza. With your high profile, out titange kutaura pasha Mama. Tikataurirana pati bodi kana pfuti Mama. Tinoseva vana vese vari South Africa vanodzoka zvakanaka. Tinoseva vese vari madiaspora Mama, taka kutrusta kuinvesta kumusha. Mama. Ndavhura TV yangu. Ndikati TV yangu handichadzime Mama. Kushowa kuti I'm fighting for Zimbabwe Mama. Ndichabreaka record Mama. Pati mukomana asati adzima TV yake. Angori pa TV yake. Because ndiri kubi noti ndiri kuZimbabwe. Zimbabwe yadadisa Mama. Zimbabwe chadada Mama. Kuti inini Mama. Tiri kuZimbabwe tisplay record. Tisplay chimuti. Hapana Mama. Vakamboya vana biti anomukoma biti vakauya Mama. Vakanesala kumakoti. Vangwa nemasutu. Vachitaura the same language yenyu. Ini ndauya mai ndiri benzi zvangu. Ndauya ndiri benzi. To show you kuti tapererwawo. Tapererwa tese. Let's talk Mama. Let's talk again Mama. Zimbabwe yanaka.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir. Mukoma Masimba, just one more question. If you got any legal training, are you a legal practitioner? Are you a lawyer? Are you a solicitor? In the UK, they call them solicitors here. I don't know what they call them in Australia, but are you a lawyer or a solicitor?
Well, legally, I'm only certificate level 2. Right? That's only highest qualification in Ohio. Certificate level 2.
Certificate level 2, and what will be the
security course. Yes, security course. Can I take a law chapter? Can I take a law?
All right. Okay. Brilliant. So you've got certificate level 2, yes, security, and is it incorporates law? Yeah, is that correct?
Yeah, like a guard with this
Yes.
Crime Act, yes. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Crowd controlling, yes. Yeah.
Excellent. So what is your understanding, Mukoma Masimba, with Zimre, the Reconstruction Act? And I don't know, every act has got a year. Would you know what year is it? Is it 2005? Is that correct?
Dr. Judgment 2005, correct.
Okay, because every act has got a year. The year it was enacted. That's why it's called an act, right? So it must have got a year. But anyway, if you don't remember the year, that's fine. But what is a Reconstruction Act? Just for the sake of your viewers and listeners, what is a Reconstruction Act?
End up Google, please. End up Google, please. Just Google first. first
No.
the reference point, right?
I can't go. I can't go on YouTube on Google. Imimi and Taure because you're the one that into. I'm just simply asking questions. Mukoma Simba, you tell us the answers. I'm asking the questions. You tell us the answers.
Reconstruction Act. Okay, there we go now. Okay. Right. Your Reconstruction of State Indebted Insolvent Companies Act, Chapter 24-27. Right. Right. Let's read now this one. What does they say? What are they saying about the title? Where's the title? Okay, there we go. Number part 1. Part 2. No, it's too deeper for me. This one. Okay. Okay, I'm quoting Newsday now. Understanding Reconstruction of State Indebted Insolvent Companies Act. Right, that's Newsday now here. Okay.
Yeah.
They're saying that. So when Justice Minister Patrick Chinamasa invoked presidential powers by promulgating Statutory Instrument 187 of 2004. So basically, Patrick Chinamasa invoked presidential powers. Patrick Chinamasa was a justice minister, right? That was in 2004. Angani, the presidential power.
Yeah.
The Minister of Justice, right? I think I can power. First office yake invoked presidential powers, which is called temporary measures.
Right.
Let me just browse. I'm just browsing for you.
No problem. No problem. Take your time, sir. Take your time.
The good news is here, Mason. Okay. Because why? I want to answer a question once and for all. I don't want people to come back and ask me. I'll just go watch a video in the Mason. Otherwise, I don't want to repeat myself.
Yes.
Okay. Talk to me. Link you've got better English.
No, Mukoma Simba, you speak English, okay?
No.
You can talk. You can talk
for the sake of audience.
Right. Okay. I wish I had 2 devices. Because me, I'm not very good with this technology.
No. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Just read the link. Just read WhatsApp. Go to your WhatsApp.
Right. Okay. Let me go to.
I'll guide you.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Is that the latest link you sent me? Yeah.
Yep.
Right. The very last one. Yeah. Is that correct? Yeah. Newsday.
Correct.
All right. I'll read that. Yeah. Would you like me to read? Yeah. Is that what you want me to do?
Yep. Yes, please.
Right.
Read. For you also read to understand as well.
Okay. Well, that's the reason I'm asking these questions. I'm asking not because I wanna be a journalist, not because I wanna be. I'm not Simba Chikanza. I'm asking because I want to understand. That's all. Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you got pens and papers, please get your pens and papers ready and make notes. Right. I'm gonna be starting from here. So this article is from Newsday, and the title is entitled Understanding Reconstruction of State Indebted Insolvent Companies Act. And this article was written on January the 9th, 2012. The human mind is an incredible, innovative, and creative asset that is capable of doing both good and bad. Building national democratic societies is never an easy task, but we do know it is fundamental that such societies are founded and underpinned but a political and economic morality that respects the rule of law and in which the rights of persons and to their property are also respected. So when Justice Minister Patrick Chinamasa invoked presidential powers, which means temporary measures, by promulgating statutory instrument 187 of 2004, published as a supplement to the Zimbabwean Government Gazette, dated September the 3rd, 2004, it stands to reason the minds that saw it fit to use emergency powers to deal with the affairs of SMM Holdings Private Limited were of the view that there was no other instrument to use than to borrow state powers to create a law that did not exist. In a few weeks, Zimbabwe will celebrate its 32nd birthday, and as we reflect on the journey traveled, we will no doubt be compelled to think critically about the past, present, and future, not only through the eyes and actions of the new privilege to preside over the state, but through our collective inability to take ownership of the future by refusing to be reduced to spectators of history. It must be obvious to all who live in free societies that any law must be capable of being understood by the people to whom it must apply, and more significantly, it must serve a legitimate purpose. The real test of any democratic dispensation must surely lie in its ability to submit itself to the dictates of the rule of law and not rule by law. I've no doubt that the brains behind the law used to deal with my circumstances were not many, but were determined to use any means necessary and available to achieve a desired outcome. When the minds behind this act met for the first time, they must have thought hard about the need for the law and what words should be used to justify its use. The creative minds came up with the title Reconstructions of State Indebted Insolvent Companies Regulations. Each word used must have been thought of carefully. By invoking the word reconstruction, an impression no doubt needed to be created that jurisdictional facts existed warranting the state to be involved in an unprecedented reconstructive corporate surgery in which the courts were deemed to be incompetent to be insolved. It must have occurred to the minds at work that the only avenue to create a nexus for state intervention was to allege some kind of involvement by the state as a creditor. No creditor would ideally need the assistance of a law that did not exist at the time when indebtedness was created. By using the term state indebted, it must have been obvious to the architects of the law that in the minds of the majority of the state exists as a contracting power, and that such an entity, insofar as SMM was concerned, could only rely on the laws that existed to protect any legitimate creditor. In any constitutional democracy, the doctrine of the separation of powers would be relied upon to protect the public against the abuse of presidential powers, where the legislature is independent and autonomous. Even when the members of the legislature can be whipped to enact into law regulations that serve no legitimate purpose, one would still look to an independent judiciary to see through the mischief in laws of this nature. The fact that the reconstruction laws belong to a class of laws that should not exist in any democratic society requires no assistance from any person from outer space. After 8 years of the existence of the reconstruction laws, we must accept that it is not the genius of the few minds that met to give it life, but the silence of the majority. It is interesting that the minds behind the law saw it fit to borrow the term insolvency to mask the true intention. Firstly, for the law to be applied, a potential victim had to be indebted to the state. but this was deemed to be insufficient to allow the creditor, in this case the state, to intervene. What was required then was to create the impression that the state, by giving itself superior creditor status, could unilaterally and arbitrarily classify a victim as insolvent without the involvement of the courts. The president must no doubt have been informed or misinformed that grounds for state intervention existed with some justification. The president had to be part of the scheme knowingly and unknowingly. However, because of our past and the limited literacy on corporate civilization issues, one can understand why wool can be pulled over the eyes of an unsuspecting liberation icon, to the extent that the risk of his legacy as a reliable custodian of the kind of morality that is required to secure a prosperous and inclusive society is tarnished. History will record that a law that does not make sense was passed during the watch of not only the president, but a legislature that at the material time was incapable of thinking and acting outside the box prescribed by the masters in the executive. Democracy normally instills a fear in the minds of the mischievous, but when the mischievous are no longer afraid, then one must know that the center can no longer hold. The courage to imagine a law that serves no legitimate purpose must be noted, but to then proceed to give life to such an absurdity and get away with it exposes how fragile and weak the post-colonial institutional framework is. The law in question has no equivalent in any other country in the world, and this must say something about the innovative capacity of the minds behind the law. The inclusive government came into existence in 2009, and after almost 3 years of existence, one can conclude that there are more pressing issues than focusing on building a new normal, a new moral, just an equitable foundation informed by real-life examples of what not to do in building sustainable democratic societies. A legitimate question has to be asked on what kind of mind will give life to the regulations and laws of this nature. Who were the people behind the law? It is important that such individuals are brought into the attention of the broader public. It would be simplistic to imagine that Chinamasa, acting alone, would have been capable of dreaming up the law and acting on the dream without the active support of not only state but non-state actors. The fact that the faces and voices of the people behind the law has not been exposed after more than 8 years of the existence of the law must be an issue of concern in any country that is trying to escape from an ugly past. By adding my voice to this issue, it is my hope that other minds will also meet and reflect on how the liberation project can be easily manipulated and undermined. We have to ask whether it is conceivable that a company can be indebted to the state. Surely, being indebted to a state corporation like Zimbabwe Electricity Supply Authority cannot be constructed as state indebtedness. It must be clear to all that a law now exists that permits the state to be the judge unto its own cause. Yesterday it was SMM, today it is Zimplatz, where it is being asserted by the Zimbabwe Revenue Authority that the company owes $28 million in royalties, which exposes the company to be reconstructed in the event that the funds are not paid as demanded. Mutumwa Mawere is a businessman based in South Africa. He writes in his personal capacity. I think Mr. Mukoma Masimba, I think that's the end of the article there. Are you still there? Are you still there? Are you still there, sir?
Yes, I'm back.
Right. Okay. Did you manage to hear with the article?
Yes, and now tell me, what do you understand about that article?
Right. I can hear an echo now. How can I?
Okay, Mason,
Right.
right?
I can. Yeah.
Phone yakwandika, right? Pani that magic button you click and show my apps is are run up a screen,
Yeah.
right? Once one of my
Yeah.
apps is go
Yeah.
choose aga panika video pani app StreamYard.
Right. That's the thing. And dina app your stream yet, but he apasina apo echo anyway.
But now,
That
camera
yeah.
kwa upo pa camera, because you know why? I was also to cover StreamYard. StreamYard, it's like a, in the browser, my browser, browser. Only www.
Yeah.
Do Windows StreamYard. In an app like app, it's like a browser. This one it is multitasking. It is.
This guy, man. No, listen. I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay. Do you know what? That's fine. I don't need to say. I don't need.
App you run right now, right? We share
Right. Well, I can't. No, listen. No, chill. The shika my app sanguga. I don't have your app, the app that you're talking about, right?
Okay, tarma app tari pesos.
Right.
My Windows.
No, I've got so many apps on my phone, isn't it? But the Kayenda.
My apps are good run. I'm talking about the ones which are running right now.
Well, well, there's nothing that's running. Listen. Basa. Just ask me a question, then total. Okay, I can hear you. Yeah, that's fine.
Tell me once we newspaper.
Right. Okay. From what I heard, first of all, this article was written by Mr. Mutunga Mawere. It wasn't written by anybody else. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
No, who's the author? Did you check the author? I'm not sure. Who's the editor? Who's the writer? The journalist?
Well, I don't know. No, there was no name of the.
He should show us.
No, there was no name of the editor, but
okay.
It was said.
No, so there's no. Yangon was by Newsday, so there's no Mawere there.
No, at the end. No, at the end of the article, it said these words were said by Mutunga Mawere. Yeah.
Let's see.
And that was the very last sentence, the very last 2-3 sentences.
3 sentences. Mutunga Mawere is a businessman based in South Africa. He rests in his personal capacity.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. So confirmed.
Okay. So Mr. Mawere wrote that article. Yeah. So it wasn't edited by anybody. Mr. Mawere wrote the article. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Thank you very much for that one.
Okay. Right. So obviously, Mr. Mawere, he was exhibiting his grievances on the jurisdiction. Is that correct?
No, well. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Now, because obviously, it's kind of hard to read and to understand because sometimes you need to read.
Okay, let's go together. Yeah. Let's go first paragraph. Let's go to first paragraph. Analyze together.
Don't okay, okay. Yep. I was gonna give you a quick summary anyway, but okay, all right. Got here. No.
So let's touch let's finish it.
Yeah, because most of the time
finish it.
Most of the time monogramma chilitraga but ndenge tiri kubasa saka chinichira mukoma simba can't join because for the next 4 or 5 days I'm all yours. I'm off. Saka I've got time. Right. Saka mati to in the paragraph from paragraph, yeah.
Paragraph 1, yes. What is Mawere saying?
First of all, title inonzi, understanding a reconstruction of state indebted insolvent companies act. Right? Saka from I deduce, this is what I deduce from that this title. the author, which is Mr. Mawere, is trying to make you understand what is. There must be an act, which for me is actually new to me, and I'm pretty sure for your viewers and listeners who are listening right now, it must be new. Nobody even know about this. Could they acting? I don't know if it's still in existence to this day.
Yes, it is.
You
Yes,
know,
it is. Yeah. It's still there.
okay, Pani Act. All right, I didn't know that because this must be new to a lot of people. Pani Act, you know, the reconstruction of states indebted, insolvent companies act. Right. Saka you my viewers and listeners, okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Reconstruction.
Right. Reconstruction tikada kuisa mu rwamai. Reconstruction means kuvaka zvakare. Ndo zvinoreva.
Gadziriso.
Kutsokorodza.
Gadziriso.
Gadziriso.
Corrections.
Yeah. Corrections. Correction. Yeah. Now everybody knows what a state is. State nyika. Saka kudzokorodza kwenyika. Yeah? Yeah. Indebted, insolvent. These are two words, and these are very, very complex words. But indebted, zvinoreva kuti chikweret. Right? Ameno, if your understanding is yours, the same as my understanding. Because debt chikweret. Yeah. Saka ameno kuti indebted. Pane vanogona here chikoro bvunzai yeah.
So it's simply yakaderive from the word debtor. Debt.
Yeah.
Debtor.
Yakaderive from not from the word debtor, from the word debt.
Oh, debt. Yes, debt not credit. Debt and wandine mari yake.
Oh yeah. Debt and wamune mari yake. And the credit and anopa mari. Yes. Yeah. Sakachi indebted ndiye munhu ari who owes somebody, indebted, right? Now pane word inonzi insolvent. Insolvent, INSOLVENT, insolvent. Right? And insolvent is an opposite of solvent. Whenever you see a word in before the word, it means it's an opposite. Sakachi is a word of solvent.
How are you, brother? Good. Yourself?
Right. Muchiripere mkoma siba.
Ndiripo Mason. I'm here, Mason.
Yes, imimi ndima kaenda kuchikoro chevarungi mimi. Indakaenda kusanya tinini. Ndakaenda kuruzeva. Saka you must know what insolvent is. Can you tell people what insolvent means?
Insolvent, incapable.
Right. Companies act. Okay, now we got it. Now, I'm going to tell you my understanding of the headline, right? Zvinoreva kuti understanding reconstruction of state indebted insolvent act. Pane act yakaiswa, right? And it was imposed by the government. Yema companies akatadza asingagoni kubhadhara zvikweret. Right? Let's say brother Mason vaforma company avachakwanisa kubhadhara macreditors avo, whether ibanki kana kuti vanhu vakandipawo mari kana mashareholders. These people who I owe them money, I can't give them their money back. Saka pane act yakaintroduced ne government yekuti those companies who can't pay back the creditors, this is what this act is. This Indebted Insolvent Companies Act. That's what it is. Would I be correct to say that?
No, remember, it's a case that there's no wrong or correct or wrong or right.
Wrong to understanding it.
Yep, I hear your understanding, which is good.
Yeah.
And let's move on.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Right. Sakatakuro paragraph by paragraph. This is a case study. So we are all learning here. The human mind is an incredible innovative and creative asset that is capable of doing both good and bad. Yeah.
Correct. You agree?
I absolutely agree, because somebody who is a metaphysics an esoteric teacher. That's absolutely true. Because a mind, we are venturing into neuroscience here. A mind can kill, a mind can serve. A mind is like a double-edged samurai sword, which can serve and which can kill. That is absolutely true. Saka, I definitely agree with that statement. Now, the second paragraph, building national democratic societies is never an easy task. But what we do know, it is fundamental that such societies are founded and underpinned by a political and economic morality that respects the rule of law, in which the rights of persons and to the property are also respected. What's your understanding of that paragraph?
Rule of law. Pakupinda Rita Makarau urupaona manja papo. Without tisina rule of law, rights property yako respectful. Imba yako wakatenga masoni kana pasina rule of law hauna chaonoita shambani.
Yeah.
State can enter the other. You see, that's the point we make there. The only rule of law, those things was check it the property yako munhu. So that was in 2005. That was a very big warning shot. BhukuReBenzi, that was a signal. Go ahead, Mbalanga.
Right. Okay. I totally understand what you're saying.
Yes. Also address comment section. Kuna Rema Roberts. Please, my comments are going to
I can't see it. You have gonna have to summarize my comments, please, for me.
Sorry, Rema Roberts. Sorry. My mistake there. I was focusing much on missing. Anyway, go ahead.
No, if there's any comment, if there's any question directed to me, just address it to me, then I can answer them. Right?
No worries.
Okay, we got that. Yes, we know that in any society there has to be a rule of law. Yes, and we got that. That's absolutely correct. So the next paragraph. So when Justice Minister Patrick Chinamasa invoked presidential powers, in bracket temporary measures, by promulgating statutory instrument 187 of 2004, published as a supplement to the Zimbabwean Government Gazette, dated September the 3rd, 2004, it stands to reason the minds that saw it fit to use emergency powers to deal with the affairs of SMM Holdings Private Limited were of the view that was no other instrument to use than to borrow state powers to create a law that did not exist. What's your understanding of that, sir?
Patrick Chinamasa now, the Justice Minister.
Right. So we've got. So for the first time in the article, we've got a character here, and a character by the name of Patrick Chinamasa. Who was Patrick Chinamasa at that time?
Or who is he in that story?
Right. In this story, Patrick Chinamasa, he is a justice minister.
What did he do?
Justice Minister Patrick Chinamasa, he invoked presidential powers. And how did he do that? He promulgated, and the word promulgated means announced or made to exist. A statutory instrument in the 187 of the 2004, published as a supplement to the Zimbabwe Government Gazette, dated September 3, 2004. It stands to reason the minds that saw it fit to use emergency powers to deal with the affairs of SMM Holdings were of the view that there was no other instrument to use than to borrow state powers to create a law. So basically, in 2004, Justice Minister Patrick Chinamasa, instead of going according to the constitutional law or to the constitutional written records, instead of going with the protocol,
yes, Rema Roberts, I can see you. Rema Roberts, let me give you a link, Sha. Let me give you a link so that you come here.
Yeah, good.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Can I go ahead?
Yep, go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
Right. All right. So by then, Justice Minister Patrick Chinamasa, instead of following protocol, and the protocol is a cabinet minister, everything that you do, you go according to what's written in the Constitution. You never deviate from what's written in the Constitution. So according to him, instead of going with the protocol, he formulated or he promulgated a new statutory law, which wasn't in the Constitution. So he came up with a new law just then. Okay. And from what I understand, anytime when you come up with a new statutory law, it has to go through a voting system, and it has to be agreed by the members of parliament. But yeah.
Yes, sir. Be
Yes,
careful. Because what did he do? He invoked presidential powers. That's all he did. He did not create. You see, what did he do?
You see, that's why you need two people to have a conversation, because my understanding might be different from yours. Okay, that's a very great point there, Ms. Masiba. Very great point, because a presidential power can come up with anything, isn't it? They can just come up with anything.
Yep,
right.
Just,
But Mukoma Masiba, I was under the impression that only a president can execute presidential powers, not a justice minister.
No, minister, another president, like it's a temporary measure. Can you see?
Right.
Temporary measure. Any part of that power.
Okay. So if I am a justice minister today, and I can just use any presidential powers.
Yes, you have to go. I think you have to convince the president to get that power.
So the governor,
you go with your idea to the president. I think
yeah.
The president and put that power.
All right. Okay. So in this case, Patrick Chinamisa, he didn't do it on himself. The president was okay with it.
No, chef ndauya ndine idea ndaona tikadai tasolve a problem yekuva yeshabhani mashawa mine kana tasolve takwanisa kusolve chakati saka apa agenda yake handiizive, but it shows agenda yake wazoda kuti ase kusota mawere.
Well, that's your opinion. You don't know
my
that.
Opinion. My
that's
opinion
your
is
opinion. Yeah, it's not a fact. That's your opinion. Okay.
Yes, opinion. Yep.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's carry on. Awiyere Shaba, did your guest come? Is he here?
Yeah, I'm just sorting out. Yep, I sent the link. I'm just waiting for the guest to join.
Okay. Right. Okay. Next paragraph. In a few weeks, Zimbabwe will celebrate its 32nd birthday, and as we reflect on the journey traveled, we will no doubt be compelled to think critically about the past, present, and future, not only through the eyes and actions of the few privileged to preside over the state, but through our collective inability to take ownership of the future by refusing to be reduced to spectators of history. Okay. What's your understanding of that, sir?
I don't go talk to in future. The only way is to share the source, so that will sure they take the learn from our mistakes.
Yeah. Saka, it's just a generalized statement, really. You can go to say, you go to people do this in future. Yeah. Okay. That's my understanding as well. All right. The next paragraph. It must be obvious to all who live in free societies that any law must be capable of being understood by the people to whom it must apply, and more significantly, it must serve a legitimate purpose. Yeah, so from my understanding, I think it's a carry on from the last paragraph. So basically, Varukuti, any citizen of a country, if you're gonna be have a government, a democratic government, you must understand the laws. You must have signed a contractual agreement with the government of consent. You're going to be on power, and these are the rules, these are the laws, and we understand the constitution and what we have agreed upon, and what we are putting you in power, and what your code or moral code or presidential ministerial code that you need to abide to. So I think that's the premise of that statement. Okay. Now the next is thing it says, the real test of any democratic dispensation must surely lie in its ability to submit itself to the dictates of the rule of law and not rule by law. Right. Is this pretty straightforward? Would you think?
Yeah. Straightforward.
Yeah. Okay. I have no doubt that the brains behind the law used to deal with my circumstances were not many, but were determined to use any means necessary and available to achieve a desired outcome. You see, this is a very interesting paragraph here. What's your understanding of this?
Tell me, it's interesting to you. Tell me, my brother. Tell me, my brother. What's interesting?
From this paragraph, I deduce a lamentation. You know, a lamentation is a personal grievance. The author, in this case, is Mr. Mawere. He's saying, Kutichi, he does not, in his opinion, he does not think the orchestrators of this action that was executed for, in this case, it was only a few individuals. It wasn't a lot of people. It was a few individuals, and they had a motive. They had a sinister motive, okay, and to desire to achieve a desired outcomes. It's like they had a predetermined motive. There's a few individuals who came together and they said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna fix Mutunga Mawere. So there's a few individuals. Who the few individuals are, we do not know, because no mention were named. Saka, this is my understanding. That's why I said it's a bit interesting there. Okay, so we're gonna carry on.
Yes,
now, when the minds behind this act met for the first time, they must have thought hard about the need for the law and what words should be used to justify its use. I think this is just an echo of my sentiment, of my statement, what I've just said. Kurichi, a few men came together and they've got a sinister motive against one Mutunga Mawere and these individuals, to use your catchphrase, Mukoma Simba, to make him stretch, to put him straight, Saka, we're going to carry on. Now, the creative minds came up with the title.
Yes, what a guest, my brother. Let's introduce the guest.
All right.
Hello, guest, and welcome.
What are you talking about? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, guest. How are you? My name is Brother Mason. How are you? What's your name?
Queen's Lady.
Queen's Lady, thank you very much and welcome to the show. And Mukoma Masimba, I'm sure you know him very well. And if you got anything to say before we just carry on, if you got anything, any remark, any comment or any suggestion, anything, please have a show, have your have the floor before we carry on. If you got anything.
Disturbing me, your music.
Yes, guest. Did you hear my question, my lady? Sisi manzwere question yenda kubvunzai.
Let's carry on. I think guest
Vadona. Okay. Vaudzeri foot. Let her try again.
Okay, try again, please.
Right. Okay. Right. So the next paragraph, Mukoma Masimba, we are here. The creative minds came up with the title, a reconstruction of state indebted, insolvent companies' regulations. Each word used must have been thought of carefully. Right? Yeah. Hey, that's a very, this is a very, very, it's a, yeah.
Companies Act. Yeah. For sure, check each word, reconstruction of state.
Reconstruction of
Structure,
state
big word. Then state, another big word.
indebted,
Big word.
insolvent companies' regulations.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
These words, these amalgamation of words, this combination of words, you're not gonna get them from somebody from Sanyati Baptist High. No.
Where were you 2005? Where were you? Where were you?
2000 ndanamu UK Mkomasiba. I was already in UK.
You know, the one to back a moto kumushoko. Imagine about you didn't know this. Imagine.
I didn't even know this. I didn't even know we couldn't change the reconstruction of state indebted, insolvent companies' regulations. These are very big words. And most of the time, when I come across these words, normally a lawyer is involved. In UK, we call them solicitors. But normally, it's a lawyer has to be involved when they come up with these words. You know, akungo azvingotaurwe nemunhu anofudza mombe. You know, it's big words, big words. Anyway, let's carry on. Right. By invoking the word reconstruction, an impression no doubt needed to be created that jurisdictional facts existed warranting the state to be involved in an unprecedented reconstructive corporate surgery in which the courts were deemed to be incompetent to be involved. Okay.
Yeah, state manje akupinda mukamba nemunhu bedroom yemunhu manje.
Right.
Koti yanyarara manje. Koti yanyarara manje. Yanyararizwa nemutemo. Yapatopa mapowers go ahead.
Right. Saka to give you an analogy mukoma Masimba, imimi makarara nemukadzi wenyu mumba menyu. Right? And you are, I don't know, Jamurukita. You are either kissing, you are either having your food, karamu, you are just sitting innocently murukona in your TV. Andika? Somebody ongo pinda mbamenyo, ongo gwejenura do, ndapinda mbamenyo. Right?
Simba, yes, you're specified now, Simba.
Simba, listen. Iwo hausisina say, ndakukutaura inini manje.
Ubarara nemukadzi wangu wacho.
Varuti Simba, ndakurara nemukadzi wako iwo manje.
Right, chamari, ndakuita se ndenda kukoti chamari. So koti onzi iwe ndikuziva utori specified iwe. Bozi yacho akakurara nemukadzi wako akatoya kuno koti. Akatala Masimba iwaje kuti adzvanyirire. Takamupa.
Right. Saka in a normal situation kune court yekuti Simba mukoma Masimba kana muri kunesa
kune parliament ka uyabva neparliament uyafunga agadzira kazi mutemo rakaenda kuparliament zanu majority pamberi nazvo pamberi MDC rime yakangonyarara
right
imotoiswa opposition yakagara yakanyarara right mutemo wacho uyo abatwa ndiani wange abatwa mawere wabatwa sabani vashabhe abatwa nemutemo apa MDC yakagara yakangonyarara apa nyika iri kubvira
okay yeah saka murume apinzwa mumba is powerless at the moment. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, let's carry on. It must have occurred to the minds at work that the only avenue to create a nexus for state intervention was to allege some kind of involvement by the state as a creditor. Okay, right. So I come up with there's two words that are interesting here, Mukoma Masimba. The first word is nexus, which is NEXUS. Ameno manogo na churungu. Ina angu ndakaenda kusanya at Baptist High. Saka ndakaenda ku village school. Saka nexus. I think I know what the word annex. To annex is to go after somebody, you know. But nexus to create a nexus for state intervention. I do not know what the word nexus. Can you do us a favor, Mr. Bhukuma Masimba, and Google the word nexus?
Nexus. Mason, you can do that with the phone. Or to do the camera there, so they worry. Go to Google. But whenever Google, you have what on the app is stream.
Okay, minute one. Let's go on Google Nexus.
What about Google?
Minute one. Wow, I thought I speak English. Nexus, that's a big word. Yeah, upper Google, yes, sir.
Right. Google screen mangani manji. That browser.
Masimba, I've got only one.
Tabs.
There is
Google. What about Google? Why did you press another window again?
Why are you asking me this?
Hey, message. It's easy.
We are talking about we're in the middle of something important. The technology, we're gonna check this out next time. Let's just carry on, right? But I can check out what nexus means. I can do that. That's for sure. Right. Okay. According to Mr. Google, nexus is a connection or a series of connections linking two or more things, right? And the second definition it says a central or focal point. Okay, and it gives the example like the nexus of any government in this country is number 10. The nexus of any government in this country is number 10. All right, I think I get the meaning. All right, let's go back to the article. Right, Militon. Yenda copy for the article here. All right, Newsday. Let's talk about Newsday. Bye. Did our guest come back? This lady?
Not yet.
Okay, the more the people, we want to hear other people's opinion. What do they think? Let's see, get other people's views and opinions. Right, okay. Right, let me just see where we were. Just bear with me, Mr. Komasima. All right, okay. Okay, let me just repeat because we might have got lost with the paragraph again. It must have occurred to the minds at work that the only avenue to create a nexus for state intervention was to allege some kind of involvement by the state as a creditor. Okay. So a nexus in this case is an obligation of the state, yeah? So the government in this case, it got involved as a creditor, right? Saka, can you, Mr. Bhukuma Masimba, as an intelligent person, how did the government become a creditor in this case?
Good question. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. You know what a creditor is, right?
What is a creditor, my brother?
A creditor is, you say, Brother Mason, can you lend me $10? I'll give you $10, right? I am your creditor. That means you owe me money. Saka, how did the state, which is the government, the state of Zimbabwe, the government of Zimbabwe, become a creditor to Mr. Mawere? This is my question.
Good question. Okay, let's continue. Maybe Mr. Mawere is going to answer that. Let's continue.
Okay. Varipere Mr. Mawere panap?
No, right now, we are talking to him. Good day, Kati. Nice one. Let's continue.
Right, okay. Right. Okay. Mira. Right. I'll wait for you. I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing? Go, Masiba. Okay. Chagai chikafu. Because I can't just talk to myself here.
No,
Unless.
I can talk.
Right. Okay. All right. Right. As long as you can hear me. All right.
Loud and clear.
Right. Okay. Okay. Brilliant. So the next paragraph, it says, no creditor would ideally need the assistance of a law that did not exist at the time when indebtedness was created. Right. So from what I understand on this paragraph, Ndekudichi, Imimi Mukoma Masimba, let's go back to our example. That Mandi Kumbira, Mandi Brother Mason, listen, can you lend me $10, £10, whatever? Ndakupa £10, yeah, $10, 10 Australian dollars, yeah. Then ichi taka vumira na kuti, listen, give me that $10 at the end of the month. We are in October right now. At the end of October, money per $10. But you know what? Pamuchazo deeper, I'm gonna need an interest. So I've put $2 as an interest. Sakachi, taka sign a contract with she. When you give me that $10, you're gonna give me another $2. So you're gonna give me in total $12. And this is the contractual agreement they're tighter, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Saka now inini ndakuya kwa muri Mkoma Masimba at the end of October. Mkoma Masimba, I come here for my money. I need my money back. Mwaza wataka wira na Georgia. Imova mati yeah, ndo zazo wataka wira na Brother Mason. Inindo vandakuza kuti Maya. During the grace period, yanaga mirachi munipe mari yenyu. I came up with a law. Yekudichi, it's no longer $2 credit interest. Yachi ya $7. Saka I need a total of $17. And chi ndakato nyora contract, and it's a law, and it's actually a law. Yekudichi, it's a statutory law. Yekuti, it's an act. You need to abide to it. Doma understand. This is how I understand that paragraph. Yes. All right. Have you got anything to say? Do you agree or disagree or anything like that?
Yeah. Listen, let's go.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So the next paragraph, it says, by using the term state indebted, it must have been obvious to the architects of the law that in the minds of the majority, the state exists as a contracting power, and that such an entity, insofar as SMM was concerned, could not rely on the laws that existed to protect any legitimate creditor. All right. Ma boilisa chikafu chenyere ma garapasi ere.
Yeah, the police are coming aboard the Tuana, the paper, the Gawana, the Garapasi, just in seconds. Yeah, I'm going to the Garapas.
Right. You've got a glass of water, glass of drink, glass of beer. What have you got? Have you got a drink there? Excellent. Well done. Good on you. Adimo's sister Sabina Okaguza only drink 5 liters of water a day.
How much do you drink water a day?
Imagine because if I'm going to give away a lot of things about me now. You know, since I'm a nice man, this is what I do. Sakachi, that's all I do, because for some reason, they drink coffee to keep them awake, but you need VAT to keep me awake. Sakachi, yeah, Pandoro VAT, I didn't go book and 2 churches, and I'm always drinking water. And water sometimes is actually good for you because when you're hungry, you only have to eat food. But you know, water is actually got energy in it. It's like water is actually a supplement for food.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Mati?
Beer, do drink beer.
Oh yeah, I'm having a beer. Can't you see it? Can you see me now or not? Masiba, you saw me Panabuya before, you know. I'm drinking Panino Stella Atwa. It's a Belgian beer.
No, not joking, Mr. Chido, not joking.
Ayuwaka, but I won't be able to read this unless Mimi Kalamaku Verengamanje Mimi this article because if you don't advise
It's artwork which it's artwork.
Those are Lutaura. Yeah. That's the article yako.
Macaroni.
Bruji, what are you eating, my brother?
Macaroni, pasta.
All right, macaroni and cheese, or just macaroni by itself?
Macaroni, cheese.
All right. Mama Zama Goma Simba. On a side note, Panakatanga Kuya ku UK Kunogoga. Do you know what was my first job?
What was it?
Yes, I used to wash dishes in the kitchen.
Me too. Me too.
Kitchen. The Chico Australia, the kitchen porter Kuno UK Kuno.
Kitchen hand.
A kitchen hand.
I
used to wash dishes. But shungu
per hour.
I don't know because you know the minimum wage is about £9. So it must have been £5, £6 an hour, something like that. Yeah. Saka inini majishi nasi ndazvigone zvokusuka maplaces. Saka ndandine shungu manje. Shungu dzekuita dzekubika. And apa kubika ndikugone ndakakura nema sisters because in my family there's a big family and most of them are sisters. Yeah. Saka ndaingobikirwa kumba maone saka chi kudeni ndakura Warren Park by the way. Saka chi kudeni.
Warren Park papacho. 1 or 2 or 3.
Warren Park 1 mukoma simba.
Look America.
Ndandisingane doro but kwa America yes ndoko America kune heroes ekaka.
Makomo kako sayo tamba mugomo chuno kama police.
Yes, as a matter of fact, kana pana anogara Warren Park. If any of your followers, do you know ainzi taps? Bonda tamba bora manje. Nandiri goalkeeper. Sakachi, I was very.
What about primary?
The tamba primary koma simba ina I was a goalkeeper.
What about A?
Chi?
As my A, my A.
Ma dochi Josh.
Team primary ma A. Kuni ma B ma A.
Oh, aiwa, nandiri team A. Nandiri team A. And nandiri celebrity Warren Park. That was zikana na everybody.
Captions goliza. Uchibata bora baba.
As a matter of fact, ukabva out of town, let's say wabva kuchitungwiza kana Glenville kwenyuko. Waingoti munozere kumba kwa my taps. Vanhu vaitoziva kudheni kwedu. Vaitoziva kuti ukangoti kwa my taps munokuziva. Everybody knew me.
Was no boarding money for one.
Boarding manje mudhara kati amaizi enda kusanyati. Ndopana akazera kusanyati. Yeah.
Sanyati baba. Where are my book baba?
Sanyati yacho because ndofunga chikoro chainde vhara maikera saka ndakuwana nzvimbo maikera saka form 1 ndandiri muday scholar.
Okay.
Yeah, I was lucky kuti no sekuru wangu vanga vari teacher at a primary yesanyati yoyo because sanyati yanga iri secondary. Yeah. Saka ndaigara na coolers maikera saka ndandiri muday scholar. And vakangorowa chizanu PF kuti ndipinde maikera.
Yeah. Can you
yeah, saka form 2 ndo pandakazoita boarding manje. Then yedu yanga iri multi, yanga iri vakadzi vasikana nevakomana. Saka tatiri madomu yedu yevakomana ukoko madhomu evakadzi evasikana ukoko. Yeah. and inini hangu handandiri good boy pane boys dzangu dzanditamana dzanzi nemusikanza pane mafesi aina nonadoro I put up forge kambanje and all of that but inini handiri good boy ndandingori good boy because my mother raised me very well amais chi taps kwaruenda kuchikoro kwako and you need to know what you are there for saka here I've always been straightforward and as a matter of fact panandiri form 2 actually ndakaitwa because zveBhayibheri ndo zvandaifarira sere ndakapinda muscripture union ndakatoita president wescripture union ndainzi vainzi mukoma tapiwa saka chi ma A level machi vese vaitoya chobvunza nyaya dzeBhayibheri nemoro kuti munhu unetsikana neupenyu hwangu kana ndinetsikana nemusikana wangu kana ndoita sei ndichivashandisa ndichivabatsira Bhayibheri. I used to use the Bible to explain the solution. Saka kubva kudhara people have always been consulting me kuti ne-advice saka I'll be using the Bible as a reference kuti since it was a Baptist school tikati okay Matthew chapter chakuti yakati chichi saka itai kudai so sisi kana itai kudai kuse body magera
wabota brother pachikoro chese
ndandiri brother chiefin zvevasikana kana zvechina asikana but I was very good and I was so determined amene kupusa here kana kuti kungwara I don't know
principles ako angari ma principles mukoma masimba then ndapedza O level I came up with very good results 4 B's 4 A's I wasn't brilliant I was okay average then actually panandro class yangu yanga isina accounts but ndandiri mu form 4B right yanga isiri A but yanga isina accounts but I've always been interested in accounts saka ndakangokumbirawo muticha kuti wemu A ndikati ndokumbirawo syllabus ndingodzidzira accounts ndiri ndega ndikatostada accounts imwe ndikatobuda neB mukoma masimba B ndakastada ndega principles of accounts ndikabuda neB saka because mudhara wangu I had high hopes because mudhara wangu aisenza kuZimbabwe saka he wanted me kuti ndisenze paZimbabwe saka I had a vision kuti mai ndichasenza paZimbabwe opportunities akawanda
Zimbabwe when it was Zimbabwe when it not now what it is now when it was Zimbabwe there were plenty of opportunities everywhere. There was so many opportunities everywhere. And as a matter of fact, Zimbabwe that time yanga well run, it was very profitable, and as a matter of fact, vaita the incentive yekuti let's say wagara pabasa for a certain period 20-30 years or whatever it is waipiwa the remuneration package yekuti unokwanisa kuenda outside of the country as a part of your loyalty saka kunoku UK kunoku hataiuya kunoku when we were 4-5 years old we used to come here kubva kudhara stere saka anyway the cut long story short manji inini mudhara wangu aida kuti ndisenze paZimbabwe manje then sisi vangu vari kuno kuUK zvikanzi taps ngauye kuno ku UK kuno saka ndakatombouya kuUK kunoku I think I was 16 ndikati I can't stand this weather one hakuna bora hakuna it was miserable ndikati mais andikazvikwanisa izvozvo ndikati mudhara mais garidzokere Warren Park
Zimbabwe noda aircraft engineer
exactly so anyway don't book number 1 so anybody who's interested in Brother Mace's life ticharowa book 2 next time so we need to go back to the statement to the story andika right let's go back let's just a recap to where we are reading ngativerenge statement yatataura again to understand where we are. Right, Hanzi, by using this term state indebted, it must have been obvious to the architects of the law that in the minds of the majority of the states exists as a contracting power and that such an entity, insofar as SMM was concerned, could not rely on the laws that existed to protect any legitimate creditor. So what's your understanding by that statement? Muripere Mkomasima. Are you still there? Hello.
Listen.
Yes, sir. Are you still there?
Yes, what in Africa ngafona.
Okay. All right. Okay. Aparibo.
Comment akalanzi ngana sibongile nanzi ango traps mulupite pana sibongile ngwenya.
Sibongile ngwe anzi ango traps mulukite panaba. Okay. Can you tell Muzukuru Sibongile Ngwela kuti what we are doing here? Can you give a summary?
Abunza kaimi msukuru wacho. Ango traps.
Ayo waje. Muriboka ibimika. Mupeka.
Ayo. Ati ango traps mulupite pano. Not what abunza imi. Abunza imi ango traps.
Okay. Hi Sibongile. Okay. Hello Sibongile wakadiko mzukuru say. Yes, Ango Taps vari panapa. I'm having a converse in a one-to-one audience na Mukoma Masimba. We are doing the critical analysis statement or article yakanyorwa in Newsday on the what's the date? 12th of January in 2009. Is it 2009 or 2012? I can't remember. But it involves a statutory act yakanyorwa inonzi, let me get it correct, inonzi, okay, inonzi Zimbabwe Reconstruction Act, and it was incorporated I think in 2005. It removed the constitution. Basically, to give you a quick summary, if a company is deemed insolvent, the government gets involved. It's something along those lines. Sakachi, in this case, we are talking about the SMM. It is a company owned one Mr. Mawere, and he's the one that wrote this article. So we are having a little bit of a critical analysis or a post-mortem analysis article, and we are just giving our anecdotal thoughts and opinions of what we think and what we make up of the statements. Me and Mkoma Masimba. That's all it is. I hope I answered you okay. Are you okay with that? Give us a yes or no if you didn't answer, if you understand or don't understand.
Yeah, let's go. Let's move on.
Right. Now, by invoking the word reconstruction, an impression no doubt needed to be existed that jurisdictional facts existed warranting the state to be involved in an unprecedented reconstructive corporate surgery in which the courts were deemed to be I think I read this before. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I read this long time ago. Right. Okay. Let me just see where we were before.
And thank you, Nasibongile. Sibonile.
You're welcome, my dear. You're welcome, my dear. And Sibongile, if you've got any opinion, and because Zimbabwe is yours, you are Zimbabwean. If you've got any opinion, if you've got anything to say, or if you've got any comment, please get a link from Koma Masiba and please join in. We want more people. We want your opinions. We want your voices. Okay?
I'll send the link.
Yeah, please. Right. Okay. The law in question is no equivalent in any other country in the world, and this must say something about the innovative capacity of the minds behind the law. Sakachi, according to the author of this article, which is Mr. Mutumwa Mawere, I haven't done any due diligence, but according to him, this law in question does not exist anywhere else, only in Zimbabwe. It does not exist anywhere else. Yeah. Saka, this law is like it's a kamikaze law. And it does not exist anywhere else. It's a law that belongs to a banana republic. Somebody was tyrannical. I'm making up this law, making up as it goes. This is according to the author of this article, Mr. Mutumwa Mawere. I have, like I said, I haven't done any due diligence. I don't know what she Russia, America, if a company get insolvent, the government get involved. We don't know. A government become a creditor. We don't know. I don't know. Right. The inclusive government came into existence in 2009, and after almost 3 years of existence, one can conclude that there are more pressing issues than focusing on building a new moral, just an equitable foundation informed by real-life examples of what not to do in building sustainable democratic societies. What's your understanding of that, sir? Mune opinion here, or shall we just go on?
Go on.
Okay. Right. A legitimate question has to be asked on what kind of mind will give life to regulations and laws of this nature. Who were the people behind the law? It is important that such individuals are brought to the attention of the broader public. Right. Now, I've got a question for you, Mukoma Masimba. This act, Insolvent Reconstruction Act, whatever it's called, yaka we are in 2005. Now we are in 2020, and we are stepping on to the 21st century. This is almost 15 years ago. Do we know the perpetrators, the architects of this law?
Let double figures here. Right. Hello?
I'm here. I'm here, sir. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. What's your question?
Right. My question there, Kotichi, this act, we are in 2005, and we are now in 2015. And yes, one of the character that was named, which is Chinamisa, is still alive and he is still active in parliament. I don't know his position at the moment. What does he do at the moment? But do we know the orchestrators, the architects of this law that was introduced in 2005, in 15 years ago? Do you know?
But next one. In that the paper is answering you, that article is telling you, Chinamasa, Justice Minister back then, evoked presidential powers. So he's the architect here, Chinamasa.
Yeah, but the author of the title of the article is saying, who were the people behind the law? Question mark.
It's Chinamasa, Nangagwa.
All right, Chinamasa.
Rita Makarau.
Who was the president then? Was it Mnangagwa or Mugabe?
Mugabe.
Huh?
Mugabe.
So Mugabe was the president then, right? Okay. And what was the position ya Mnangagwa by then? Was he a defense minister? I know he's got nothing.
Chinamasa never got justice. Mnangagwa got something to do. Justice minister much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
okay, we're not.
Why don't we check? Google those things so that you know what I was pizza.
Right. Okay. My best assumption here was yeah. Right. Okay. Don't delete this video. Tell him we did a Yeah, you tell him that we did a critical analysis with Brother Mason about this.
Tell me the presentation. Yes, according to what we discussed.
Yeah, then he can answer us some of the questions, or he can tell us where we're wrong, or whatever. Saka munanga. Yeah, so this is actually, it's like in most Japanese college paper, you present a thesis or a hypothesis to the minister or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to find out. Does any of your viewers, listeners, did they know what a Mnangagwa was in 2005? Mnangagwa. But the thing is, I don't even know why we're worried about this, because Mnangagwa wasn't mentioned in the article, so it must have got nothing to do with him. Okay. Yeah, because if somebody is not mentioned in an article, why should we be mentioning him? Do you know what I'm saying? I think so. Okay, let's not.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
and that was wasting time. Yep,
we are wasting time. If his name was
content of that paper, so let's focus.
Yeah.
Yes.
If his name was mentioned, then if any person was mentioned here, then we can Google them and we can find out a little bit. We can dig a little bit deeper about them. But if you are not mentioned, there's no need to. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. All right. Mirai, because I have to go back to the. Right. Okay. So the last paragraph was, who were the people behind the law? It is important that such individuals are brought to the attention of the broad public. It would be simplistic to imagine that Chinamasa acting alone would have been capable of dreaming up the law and acting on the dream without the active support of not only state, but non-state actors. Right. I've got something interesting to say about that, because there's an interesting word that I've just seen there. And the interesting word that, are you still there?
Mm-hmm.
The interesting word that I've seen is non-state actors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the author of this article, Mr. Mutumwa Mawere, is alluding to the fact that Chinamasa wasn't acting alone, right? Obviously, he was acting with the state, but Mr. Mawere is under the impression Chinamasa had some third party involvement, somebody who is not involved with the state. There's some non-state actors. Yeah, that's what it means. But again, these people aren't mentioned. Saka, we don't know where they are. This is just allegedly, as they say in court.
Connecting the dots. Yep. Just
connecting the dots. Yep. Yeah. Right. Now, the next question, the next paragraph says, the fact that the faces and voices of the people behind the law has not been exposed after more than 8 years of the existence of the law must be an issue of concern in any country that is trying to escape from an ugly past. Okay. The fact that
when it's signal, any point in the signal, no sure signal.
Yes, that's why I wanted to read it again. The fact that the faces and voices of the people behind the law has not been exposed after more than 8 years of the existence of the law must be an issue of concern in any country that is trying to escape from an ugly past. Okay.
It's like seeing my judge. Yeah.
Right.
So this is a warning shot. I miss on the blood of Mushagunaki. That's when I since 2005, my people warning shot. When I'm a court,
you see, It's quite interesting, Mukoma Masimba, because I've never been to, I haven't done any law degree, right? You've got a little bit of law knowledge. Manduza, you've done a little bit of law when you're doing security systems, whatever you're doing. Andiga? Yeah. Me, I do not have any experience of law, none whatsoever. But I don't know if you remember, if you can recollect the question that I asked you before. Ndati, Mukoma Masimba, who were the architects of this law? Who were the people that came and drafted this statutory act? The repossession, reconstruction, whatever, insolvent act, whatever it's called, right? Ndakubvunza kuti who were the players? Imukati, ndichina masa, the president, and the non-actors. Now, this is a question coming from a layman who is not even a judge, right? Now, if you are a judge who've got a very colorful history and you've got all these accolades of being a judge, should your question not be, the first question be, who were the players, who were the actors of this act which was imposed yakangoya out of nowhere? Who were the orchestrators? As a judge, you want to get to the facts, you should go deeper. Saka, if Miss Rita Makaramu did not ask that fundamental question, which should have been the first question. If you are investigating something, you want to go to the deeper root of the story. Nekuti, you do not just go to the outside. Right? Saka, if Judge Rita did not ask the fundamental question, could she, this act, was it vetoed, voted by the cabinet? Was it presented? Because any act that you bring, I don't know, kwamuri ku Australia, and kunoku UK kunoku, any act that Boris Johnson can bring to Parliament, it has to be debated, and he has to go through the Parliament, and he has to go through the Lords. My Lords, right? So yeah, before it becomes an act, Saka, it has to go so many layers of stages. Saka, now if Judge Rita did not ask who were the architects, or whether it was voted for, or whether it was a unanimous vote, if she did not ask that, I think that you might have got a case, you must have got a point there, Mukoma Masimba. Are you with me? Muripe kana Madonna. Muripe Mukoma Masimba. Right. I do not know if Mukoma Simba can see me or hear, or he can see me. If you can hear me, Nekuti, all I can see is a screen. Mukoma Masimba, are you there? Do I need to come off and come back again? Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. If you don't respond, I might have to come off and come back again. Right, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back because obviously Mukoma Simba, I think, is not there. So, okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to come back. Yeah, tuone.
Hello? Mason. Mason. Mason, Zoka Mason. Listen.
Yes, Mkoma Simadep.
Mason, how are you, my brother? Was going to disappear?
No, funny are you tired? Kalamane Taka, we can do it next time, yeah? We can
No,
just
I'm not
carry
tired.
on.
I will walk upon it. I can talk. Never 24 broadcasting.
Musarowa power dozo kuroera yabagara moza zvabakaitwa nasamaita zviya zveka ndokuroera iyoyo kana mukarara pabasa, yeah? Don't do that with me.
Again, broke upon it to postpone. I do broke upon it.
Ndo zvatoita. Listen, we can talk. Inguva iko zvino, what time is it Australia kwenyiko?
11:30.
11:30. Kushtai, then kuno ku UK kuno is about 1:37. Saka it's a bit late as well. Sakachi, yeah. It depends. It depends. Right?
WhatsApp. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Link.
Okay, tinenge tichingona, but I think we got through the gist of the thing anyway. Mr. Mawere can understand where we're coming from. But anyway, yeah, thank you very much, and yeah, party sharp.
Thank you, my brother.
No worries. Okay, take care, yeah.
All
All right.